think, yeah.
Hi, we're live! I was just about to take a big slurp then of me drink, me Starbucks drink.
Yes, we got Starbucks.
Right, for some reason I'm cut right off the corner there.
Oh, excuse me.
Thank you, that's better.
Is that better? Okay.
So we're live, we're good. We've just, as I said before in our lives, we've got into this really bad habit of ordering delivery takeaway of coffee, but this is my Friday treat.
I'm going to tilt this screen a little bit.
Yeah,
I think
so we're
that's
back on.
better, yeah.
So I've got my coffee. What have you got?
I have got a white mocha frappuccino. Yeah, white mocha frappuccino.
Oh, I shall have a try of that in a bit.
Look at that.
Yeah, I know. I always take.
You see? Look at that. He wants a taste of it. He's got his own coconut latte. You don't hear me saying, "Oh, can I try a bit of your coconut latte?"
You can have a try of it.
No, I don't want to try any of your coconut
like
latte.
it. So I hope everybody's been well. I hope everybody's good. It's been a long week this week.
Yeah,
well,
it's been a really long week.
For me.
Yeah.
Working away. So yeah, it's been a bit of a long one, but we're here. The weather's been.
Yeah, I would just like it to be like, I love the sun. I really, really love the sun, but I just want it to be hot.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, that was the whole thing. I was watching the football, the Manchester City versus Paris Saint-Germain game, and in Manchester, the whole pitch was covered in ice from hailstorms, and you've got to say mid-May. Yeah, it's early mid-May. For that to happen, it's just how cold it is at the moment.
Well, yeah, there you go. Really, it's just, I think that's just crazy. The weather has been as it has been. You know, it's just I don't know.
Really, well, like I said, it's unusual, but we were lucky. So this time last year, as you remember, it was hot.
It was hot. I was outside. I was in the garden.
Something's right for some. Somebody out in the garden.
I was enjoying that sunshine, thinking, "Oh, how long?" Excuse me, I did an afternoon tea for you that weekend.
Yeah, she did actually. Also,
the cheek of it.
Well, this is it, and also double celebration for me because it's my birthday on Monday.
And there you go. It's his birthday on Monday.
So I've got a few days off work, which will be nice.
Yes.
Rest.
Yes.
Not have to do that, which will be good. So I'll be looking forward to my birthday celebration on Monday.
So, what would you like for your birthday? Oh, good evening, Mark.
Hello.
How are you?
Just nice to see you. How are you? You good? Minnie. Oh, thank you, Minnie.
Hey.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
So, yes, I'm just, us over 20 somethings will know. It's a real strange one, actually. This time last year, when I had my birthday, it was complete lockdown. So we couldn't go anywhere, couldn't book anything. And actual fact, weirdly enough, it was actually quite nice because it takes the pressure off you. I've always got this pressure. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? I think, oh God, I don't know. And you always get busy up doing anything. So it actually takes the pressure off. There was nothing I could do. Yeah. So you did me a nice dinner, afternoon tea.
We did a whole weekend thing, didn't we? We did afternoon tea and we did takeaway and all of that type of stuff. You had quite a nice birthday that weekend. Yeah.
And I've got to say, with that pressure of not having been able to go out anywhere, it was quite nice.
Because I would say to him, like, every year, this is what I say, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Oh, Mark said he's enjoying the rain. Love my Star Wars bacon. Thank you, Mark. I am actually planning to do some more this weekend. There's a few more recipes. I wanted to get in as many as we could for May the 4th because it was Star Wars Day. But I did leave it a little bit late because I worked out, I think it was on May the 1st or April the 30th. Kelly went, why don't you do some bacon for us? So I ordered that book in as quickly as I could and just managed to, only did 2. But I will be doing some more. So keep the space out.
Now, Mark, did you do the popcorn? Because I know you were talking about it and you said you might do it. So I'm just wondering, did you actually do the popcorn?
While Mark's thinking about that, I've got to say that, so the 2 recipes I did was the kettle corn and the sand cookies. So the sand cookies, I've got to say, they were delicious.
They really were.
They were really good, but I'm not going to lie, they were a faff to make. The cookies themselves were nice, easy to make, but that sugar, that sugar took ages to make. It took me 2 cracks at it. To get it. And I've got to say, actual fact, you could do it without doing that sugar topping. I think you could just do a mix of.
I don't think it would be as nice. I think it would be too plain. I think the sugar cookies themselves, they taste a little bit like, almost like a shortbread, I guess.
Yeah, like an almond shortbread.
Yeah, like an almond shortbread. But I think the sugar adds to it. And I think if you didn't do the sugar, that would detract from it.
But that corn was I've not made, we were saying, I've not made popcorn in years.
I've never made homemade popcorn ever. I've never made it.
So easy. It literally is oil, put your corn in, within about 5 minutes, it's all pop ready to go.
Oh, he's got the ingredients. Gonna try Sunday, but it was very
intrigued by the Sandman cookies. Yeah. The cookies. Do you know what? They are not time consuming. There's a lot of stages to it.
Yeah.
But I've got to say they are really nice. It's a shame actually because I've still got a lot of that homemade sugar I've got in the kitchen. So
yeah, but when you decide to make it, at least you've got the sugar there. My belief is the more love you put into something, the better it tastes. It's always going to taste good if you take the time and the effort to do something. That's what I think. I think it's always going to come out lovely.
Yeah, and it was,
and it did, and it took you took your time, because Mark can be quite impatient at times. Because I think was it that one you had to start again? Yeah, that's the one you have to start again. Yeah, the sugar.
It's the sugar that takes the most time. So with the sugar, you've got your pan, and you put the sugar in, and you let that boil, but don't touch it. The mistake I made is the first time I did it, I stirred it, so I had to chuck that away. And then the second time, I just got impatient with it and stirred it again. So just leave it. Any cakes or muffins in the book? Loved your cake in the jar.
Yeah.
There are a few. I don't know where the book is, but there are a couple. So I will have.
I think what he means is, have I got anything on the books, as in I'm going to do something
on the line?
Yeah. I've got. Do you know what I've been thinking lately? Because I didn't video it, but I actually did a pina colada cake for my uncle for his birthday. It was his birthday, sort of early-ish, well, this time April. And I did this pina colada cake. And I did a little photograph video on TikTok, and I've actually put it on TikTok. But I have been thinking lately I might do a red velvet cake. I don't know, because I've never done a red velvet cake before. But I'm thinking I might do a red velvet cake. So I might. That's been on my mind lately. There's that one, and I was thinking I might do a cheesecake, an amaretto cheesecake, which is going to be white chocolate and amaretto. So I've got a couple of things sort of bubbling away, thinking, am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? So and I looked up your Vegas holiday, by the way. My goodness. Do you know the amount of things that I had to go through to try and get a flight out? But we'll go on to that in a bit.
Yeah, so actually, that's a really good point. So today we're going to be a bit more organised than we normally are. We're going to do two things today. We're going to talk about holidays and bookings. So Kelly's done a little bit of research on that. We're also going to do a live food review. So as you know, we've been doing a few food reviewing bits, and we've got ourselves a few little treats here. So Kelly went out, and we indulged. Oh, that's actually, and you could probably see them there. We bought every cake in Starbucks.
The new treats in Starbucks. Banoffee cheesecake. I love. Do you know what? I'm not a lover of bananas, but I know you like Banoffee.
I love Banoffee pie. I've got, funny enough, my relative gave me a recipe for Banoffee pie, and it's really simple to do.
I think you should make it. Did you watch Mark's Bananas Foster?
Oh yeah, the Biff's
because
one.
he did Biff's Bananas Foster, which I think is sort of like on the premise of maybe.
Sort of, yeah, but actually, in fact, the Banana Foster was really good. It's a real American thing. We went to Vegas.
Yeah,
that's the first time I tried Banana Foster.
Yeah,
but it's actually nice. You're supposed to. I didn't put rum on it, but you're supposed to put rum on it, and then you put the rum on it, and you set fire to it, and then you eat it. Obviously, when the fire's gone out.
But my sister-in-law Alicia, she loves Banoffee pie. She loves Banoffee pie and all of that. I don't like bananas, so don't get me wrong. I love caramel though. Caramel is one of my most favorite things. If not the favorite thing, but not bananas.
But the Banoffee pie recipe is really easy. It's literally, you get hod knobs, put them in a blender, add a spoonful of butter, a spoonful of honey, blend that into a pan.
Oh, do you add honey to yours?
No, sorry, not honey, syrup. And then let that set in a, pad that out, let that set. Then you add your sliced up bananas. You can cheat because you can buy carnation milk that's actually already toffee. Pour that on the top, whipped cream on top. That is delicious.
That sounds hideous.
That is delicious. Oh, you don't like banoffee?
No,
Banoffee
I don't
pie
like
is
anything
lovely.
bananas. No.
Lovely.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say. So that's what we're gonna do today. We are gonna.
Do you want to open the tub?
Open the tub so you can see it. You put them in the tub. Obviously, they didn't come in the tub.
No, I put them in the tub.
Kelly put them in the tub.
So basically, and you did say to have all of this ready, and I didn't have it ready.
This is it with organisation.
He said, make sure you have all the names ready, and I didn't have the names ready.
I always say that because then what ends up happening is we then go this cake and this cake. What did Mark say? Have you had caramel condensed milk? That's the one. That is it. Caramel. I think it's the one we're talking about. It's already caramelized in a tin. So if you just pour that straight onto bananas, that is so good. There's
two types. There's one that you boil and it turns into caramel. You actually boil it in the tin and that turns into caramel. And then after that, they did one that was actually just caramel. So you didn't have to boil it.
Yeah, it's just easier to do.
Yeah, it is so much easier to do.
Interesting to see if Minnie's had any more ideas on doing her YouTube channel.
Yes, Minnie, tell me or tell us any sort of movement on the channel,
because that'd be interesting too. But the caramel condensed milk, yeah, that is really good.
I love evaporated milk. I love carnation milk. I have it in my tea all the time. It really reminds me of my grandparents because my grandparents used to put carnation milk in their tea.
Well, it's the sweet tooth thing. My uncle has got a really sweet tooth. He pours on his cornflakes, he pours cream. He just doesn't do milk, he does cream. And he has 4 or 5 sugars in his tea.
Wow.
Oh, it's horrible. It's like this treacle at the bottom.
Okay, so here we go.
Okay, there we go.
We've got the strawberry and cream cake, which is this one right here. And then we've got the coconut and lime cake, and it's plant-based, this one. So that specific one is plant-based, coconut and lime cake. And then we've got the this one is the Blondie, but it also comes in a trio if you can grab that trio.
Yeah, there's a trio. So what have we got on the trio?
I'm going to tell you right now because they haven't put it up here for some reason.
So it looks like a Millionaire Shortbread.
I think it's okay, so that is the let me go to it. Yeah, so you've got a trio, and in the trio pack is raspberry and white chocolate Blondie, which is the middle one.
Yeah,
and then you've got cookies and cream,
which is that one at the end,
and then you've got the brownie chocolate caramel shortbread,
which is going to obviously that one.
Yeah, and that they also do the raspberry white chocolate Blondie as a single as well, which is right there. So
Mark doesn't do coconut. Now, Minnie's just made a comment as well. So she filmed a little video making a paper crane, but doesn't know how she should edit it yet. I think I have an idea. So have you got an editing package that you can use? So we are definitely, actually, YouTube do have one, don't they?
YouTube have one, but I've never used it. But when I first started sort of doing when we sort of started filming and stuff like that, there are some really good editing. Depends on how you filmed it. Did you film it on your phone or did you film it with a camera? Now, when we first started doing it, we bought a camera and we filmed, but I just took the SD card out and I popped it in my phone because Google Play Store really have some good editing packages that you can just edit from your phone. So I've got Movie Maker, Filmigo, and Filmix, and I edited all the videos, and it's so simple to use. I edited and sort of did speech bubbles and things like that, and that was really easy to use. Then we changed to the software that we have on the laptop.
So Minnie used the camera,
right? So now we've got software on the laptop. And so now we edit on the laptop. However, I find it quite difficult to edit on the laptop, but Mark finds it quite simple.
I think the thing is with these editing packages, there's so many things you can do, but you end up invariably using probably about 20% of it. So I found that I was getting bogged down into trying to learn everything. And you don't need to. You only need sort of really the basics, how to cut it up, how to sample it, and how to add sound and stuff on the top. Mark's just said he's just having a coffee past the Blondie. Well, let's do that first. Let's try that.
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to the Blondie because there was a girl at work where I used to work, and she made Blondies, and they tasted so good. And it was my first time even tasting a Blondie. I hadn't tasted a Blondie before because normally all you hear is brownies. She didn't make them again, unfortunately, which was a real shame because that day they were doing something for charity, and she made brownies and Blondies. But her Blondies were the best Blondies that I'd ever tasted. My first time tasting them. I've tasted a couple since, but they weren't as good as hers. Then when they did another charity thing, she didn't do the Blondies. I'm so upset.
Well, there you are.
But
we're going to try. So we're going to do this live. We're going to try it with you live. Minnie, if you do want to message us later, we can actually give you a few more hints and tips on that.
Yeah. My email is on. If you go to our About page, you'll see my email. It will say if you want to email or whatever.
Oh, I'll get handed a little bit.
Yeah, because I know what you're like.
Right, here we go. So what are we doing? What's this one?
This one is the raspberry and white chocolate Blondie.
Right. Oh, that's nice.
That is really nice.
We should have probably shown it to you a bit more, but that, as you can see, it's got actual raspberry pieces in it. But it's like a cross between a Blondie, I would say, and a Bakewell tart.
That's so good.
That's really good. Right, I'm sorry, I'm having another bit of that. Yeah, it's like a Bakewell tart, a cross between a Blondie and a Bakewell tart.
You're very welcome, Minnie. I'm eating that with you.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
At some point, we want to do a live where we all eat together.
Well, I've got if you go to our page, I've got a little discussion tab, and every so often I sort of put a little discussion up or say what we're going to do. So one day, if everyone's interested, we could do a group where we all eat together. We'll order something, let's say from Wagamama's or from whatever fast food or Nando's or whatever it is, and we can all eat together.
So, John, going back to that, so it's got a crispy base. It is very much like a cross between a Blondie and a Bakewell tart. You've got all the elements of a Bakewell tart. You've actually got the almonds on the top. It's got white chocolate running through it, I think. But
white chocolate. It's so lovely.
It's really nice, and it's got almost like those raspberry pieces in it. That is good, or cherry pieces. What's that? Raspberry.
Raspberry.
I thought it's raspberry.
Yeah, because it's raspberry Blondie.
That's nice. What would you give that out of 10?
I'd give that a 10.
I'm giving that a 10. So there we are. We had it. The first one. That's a good start, and that's thank you to Mark.
And I tell you, it's very hard to get my approval on things. So when I give it, I really mean it.
Yeah.
That's really nice. And I would 100% buy that again. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to discontinue it, and I'm going to get really upset.
So if they do, we recommend it. So that's the one. If you're in Starbucks, you're thinking about a cake, we recommended that so far. Right, next one.
Let me go. I don't know what.
Palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got a few more here.
Oh, yeah, this is the strawberry and cream cake.
Mark said, would it be nice with custard warm? Yes. Yes.
Do you know what? I'm not really a custard person, but I would have it with, he is. My whole family are. I'm just not.
Are you not like custard?
I know. But I would have it with carnation milk.
No, custard. Mark,
I'd have it warm. I'd have the cake warm with carnation milk.
Right, Mark, you hit the nail on the head. Custard would be great. Right, this one, if it's going to focus, is the strawberry and cream cake. So it literally looks like a cake with, don't know if that's full of strawberry and cream, but you can see the little strawberry pieces on the top.
What it says, it's a light summery mini cake with a moist almond and cream sponge injected with strawberry jam.
Injected?
And topped with a blob of icing drizzled with white chocolate and freeze-dried strawberries.
Let me break it in half then. Oh, look at that. So I've just snapped it in half. You can see the injection of strawberry in there, but look at, it's really, really moist, and you've got quite a generous topping there of icing sugar. So you have a
thank you.
Grab it. So I've got the other bit with a bit of icing sugar. Yeah, it is. Mark just said it's very moist. That is really moist. That's good. The thing is, again, how would you describe that? Because that's not like the Bakewell. It's like a cake. It's just like a cake rather than a Blondie. So it's not as moist as the Blondie.
Yeah, this is a cake. That's what it is. I can taste the almond in it.
Yeah.
Very nice. But I personally have been spoilt by the Blondie.
Yeah, do you know, 100%. That Blondie is it. The trouble is, we've tried. I hope that's not the best one. I don't know why I said that. I hope that's not the best one. I think because that is so good, that first one. But this, don't get me wrong, this is equally nice. It's a bit like a Victoria sponge, but with a slight almond taste to it. And the jam.
It's nice. It is very nice. But that Blondie.
Mark prefers raspberry to strawberry. Actual fact, do you know what? Because they're quite sweet. That's a really good point that Mark's saying, because these cakes are sweet. That raspberry sort of has that sharp note to it, so it does complement it really well.
But I do prefer strawberry to raspberry.
No, I agree with Mark, actually. I think with the cake.
Because you know what it is? Because I don't like too much sharpness.
Yeah.
But that Blondie doesn't have too much sharpness.
No, it doesn't. It's
very nice.
Okay, what for the cake? What are you giving that? Strawberry and cream cake.
I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, I agree. I'd
give it an 8. It's nice. I'd have it again. I'd buy it again.
Well, I've got to say Starbuck so far. I can't knock you.
Yeah.
Right, next one. What is this?
That's the coconut one. That is the coconut and lime cake, and it's plant-based. A moist coconut loaf cake filled with lime curd and topped with a lime frosting, toasted coconut flakes, and lime zest.
Oh, God.
Mark's dropping all...
All right, calm down.
Open the cake here.
There we go. You can see that. So you can see it looks sticky. And it got the topping. No lime. Mark, this is going to make you laugh. Mark loves sour gooseberries. Oh no. I'm sorry, Mark. I can't do sour gooseberries.
No.
That's too sharp for me.
And gooseberries always, I've got to say, gooseberries always remind me of crumble. And I love, love, love crumble.
Mark would rather eat his own arm. No, I know you're not a coconut fan. Coconut isn't for everybody. But
no.
This is lime coconut.
I can do it over here.
Okay.
On top there.
So this is lime coconut. Now, if you're not a coconut fan, you're not going to like this. But
the thing is with this cake as well, they've only put the cream on one side, so it doesn't go all the way across.
Guess which side I'm going to get.
Yeah, guess which side you're going to get.
Right. Okay.
It's all right. Let me put some cream on there for you, my dear. Let me put some cream on there.
All right, here we go. So half and half.
Ching ching. How much were the cakes? I bought them at the same time, so I'll tell you right now.
This one's £2.50.
That one's £2.50. The strawberry and cream cake is £2.20. And let me see the white Blondie. The raspberry and white chocolate Blondie is also £2.20. And the trio cakes is £4.45. So I don't know if you want to grab that.
But is that 4-3? That's not bad for £4 but 3 different cakes.
And we live in London, so
yeah,
everything is expensive down here. Everything.
Right. So for this one, while we were talking, it's okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Mark? You would hate this because it's got you can see the shards of coconut in it. I've got shards of.
I'm still chewing the coconut.
There's a slight lime taste to it. Do you know what? It's not unpleasant.
It's not unpleasant. It would be good with a cup of tea. That's the sort of, you would drink coffee. Is it dry? It's a little bit drier than the others because I'm guessing because it's plant-based, maybe. It's not as moist as the others. So I thought they would have added a little bit more juice in it to make it a little bit more moist. I'm
just laughing because it's plant-based. That's the thing your brother would say. Oh, that's what's wrong with it. It's not dry, no, but I would say I think we've been spoiled with the other two. The other two are much, much more moist.
I don't agree with Mark. I think it's a little bit dry, me personally. Not horrible dry, It's just not crumbly and thing. Look, it's not. Yeah. Mm.
I'm having coffee as well with it, so it does go well with a drink.
It does go well, yeah. This is it's like a tea cake. It's a sort of cake that would go with a cup of tea, or it's a sort of thing, yeah. It's not as good as the other two.
I mean, it's lime and coconut. You've got a slight lime taste in it and a slight lime coconut. Not very strong. Not as strong as the raspberry was in the other one, and that raspberry was really good.
It's got like there's a spice in there. I don't know if it's like a cinnamon.
I can only taste the lime.
But there is a spice in there.
It's more like a pancake texture, I'm assuming, because they are slightly dry. Yeah, I think she's right. I think Minnie's right. Minnie's saying it's a bit like a pancake.
Pancake, yeah.
It's drier than it. If you like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a dry cake. I mean,
no.
Shortbread is like a dry.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it would be the sort of thing that my mum might like, but although she's changing her taste slightly, she likes more like a chiffon or a what's the other one? Genoise.
Now, I just had another look in there. You can just see, if I hold it up, there you can see that there's a lime gel in it.
I didn't get any of that.
No, yeah, but that's the point. It's only very slight. Do you want to take a bite of that?
No. I don't think it's all that, to be honest.
No. Oh, and that's very limey.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll try a little bit of it.
But it's such a tiny bit in it, and the rest of it is you can just taste the lime. It's okay. I'm going to give that a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't not eat it if somebody put it on my plate, but I wouldn't actively go and choose it.
No, it'd be like going to a restaurant and you've got all these things on the menu and beans on toast. You don't mind beans on toast, but you wouldn't order beans on toast. Compared to the others, the trouble is we've been spoiled with the other two. Yeah.
Me personally, I wouldn't buy it again.
No, I wouldn't buy it with the others as well.
No.
I agree. The other two I would buy. Right, palate cleanser before we go on to our trio. And these are the ones I'm looking forward to, because I'm assuming, rightly or wrongly, that these are going to be shortbread type cakes. So how much were these again? They were £4.
£4.45.
£4.45. And that's for all three.
Yeah. And I went into Starbucks and I said, oh, you've got new cakes in. Let me buy them all. So I picked all the cakes up. And then she goes, oh, look, we've got this. And I said to her, you shush. Stop making me buy all this stuff. You shush.
We've got into this. When we're doing these reviews now, we keep looking at each other going, we've got to buy all of them. Otherwise, it's not a bad review.
Yeah.
We've got to review all of them.
We've got to if you're going to review one, you might as well review all of them.
So this is costing us a fortune. But anyway, never mind.
Yeah.
It's all for science. Right.
Exactly. Okay, so in this trio box, we have a brownie, chocolate, and caramel shortbread.
That one.
And then we have a raspberry and white chocolate blondie.
Middle one.
Which obviously we've already tried. And we have the cookies and cream.
Oh, we've got a blondie twice. Lovely.
Yes, that's what I said.
Okay, right. Which one should we just do? One of the ones.
I'm going to take this out because I know what you're like. And I'm going to put it in the little tub. Oh, so you can't.
If that's there. Well,
exactly.
Right. Okay.
What do you want? You choose. You choose this time.
Gone in a mouthful. That is how
exactly.
I'm a pelican for cake, Martha.
He's a pelican for everything, not just cake.
Right, okay, let's try the shortbread.
Okay.
Now, I'm not a big fan of Millionaires Shortbread, which is this one. I like the little swirl pattern on it. Shall I break a bit off?
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Here we go. Chin chin.
This is the least messiest one. Let me see if I can get a close up. Is it going to focus? No, because I'm in shot.
No, let me do it because I've got longer reach. So you've got. Go on.
No, doesn't want to.
No, it's not having it.
No, but anyway.
Here we go. It's all right.
Yeah. I like it. I don't normally go for Millionaire Shortbread, I've got to say. But I really like the caramel in it, like the toffee. That's really nice. The chocolate's very nice. I'm not a lover of the biscuit part.
No, do you know what? I was going to say that's not the nicest shortbread I've ever had.
Yeah, but I like the chocolate and the toffee part.
Mark said he likes hard shortbread, but I agree. This is very soft. This is almost, this is verging on crumble. as I was picking it up, it was crumbling in my hand. So this is very, very crumbly, not hard shortbread.
No.
The hard shortbread, I know, you get that Scottish shortbread, which is you just snap it. This one's not like that, but this one will just crumble.
Yeah. I'm licking my lips because all the...
It's very, that's how crumbly it is. It's okay. Like I said, I'm not, look at that, can't take her anywhere. So for me, I wouldn't get that again.
No.
I give it a 5. I think it's on par with the coconut cake.
Do you know what's good about the trio? If there's 3 of you and you each like something different, then it's worth getting because you can split it.
Or if you're clever, you eat the bits you like and then say, "Do you want the shortbread?" Right. But it looks good. No, absolutely. Mark said it looks good, and it does look good. But I think the issue is with it; it's not as good as it looks.
I really like the toffee and the chocolate. I'm not a lover of the biscuit part.
Yeah, I agree. So 5.
Yeah, I'd give it a 5.
And now this is difficult by saying, would we order it again? We'll do that at the end because you have to buy them in the trio.
Yeah.
So that would determine where we would have it. Right. Now this one is the cookies and cream. And you get a nice, look at that. You get an Oreo cookie slap bang on the top of it. Nice little wedge. There we are. So let's give that a go. Now I'm going to split it. So look at that.
Wow.
50-50 on the Oreo. Right. Do you eat the Oreo on the top or do you eat it in one go?
I'm going to eat it. Yeah, I'm going to eat it with the Oreo on top.
Yeah, let's do it. At the bottom, it's really gooey. I don't know if you can see that. No, you probably can't. It's got really, really gooey base. And that's delicious. That's got, it's almost like a chocolate fudge. Very much like a brownie. Very chocolatey.
It's really rich.
Yeah, very rich.
And I'm not really one for something so rich.
That, though, I think this is the perfect size because although it's small, it's incredibly rich.
Yeah, because it's so rich. It's not, it's one, when something's very rich for me, one bite is enough.
If I can get that there. Ah, there you go. Right, that top is just all chocolate goo. That's just all chocolate goo. It's really, really sticky and gooey. If you like chocolate, you will like that one. I'm going to give that one. So I'm leading the scoring. I'll give that one a 7. Possible 8, actually.
I'm not a lover of such rich things. So I think, me personally, I probably would give it a 5. But that's not to say that it tastes bad. It's just that for me, it's too rich. Right,
and the last one, I don't know if we...
No, that's the Blondie. We've already tried it. Or you want to eat...
No, I've got to make sure it's okay. So I'm going to have a bite of the Blondie.
Well, have a bite of this Blondie because that one was separate. So that's the one that was in the pack.
So there's the Blondie as well. It looks different. I don't know why. With those raspberry pieces in. Oh, yeah.
Is it just as good from the packet as it is when buying it?
I actually think it's better. That's moister. That's more moist than the other one. That is so good. That is so good.
I think we've been spoiled.
Yeah. Right. So all we've got left is all the chunks and bits that we've eaten. But I've got to say, the star of the show, and I think we're both in agreement, is that Blondie. That Blondie is amazing. That's a 10 out of 10. That's the best cake I've had in a long time.
If you, we've got all the bits.
That's
on
my
the
fault.
laptop.
So as I was showing it, it was
just dropping everywhere, and I was like.
So Kelly goes mad when she says, "I'll get told off after we finish this." Let's keep this on live forever. So with the raspberry, but that we are really spoiled. Actually, we need to go down actually in case we got more comments.
Okay.
Looks meaty. So
it is meaty.
Yeah. Now, would you buy the trio again? Because remember, that's why I thought we leave it to the end because you have to buy them as a three.
I would only buy the trio if somebody was going to eat the other
two.
Yeah. Because there's no point. There's no point in buying. I mean, if like, you know, you'll have all that leftover sort of thing. And I'm very much, I don't eat everything in one go. Mark will tell you I'll take a bite of something, wrap it up, leave it for later on or the next day. He thinks I'm not going to tell him off on air. But I'm going to tell him.
You carry on with your review here. I'm just going to carry on with this.
But I think I wouldn't, for me personally, I wouldn't buy the trio again if it's just me that's going to eat it.
Yeah, so basically what you would do in the trio is you take the middle one and say, which one do you want from these two?
Yeah. Mark said he'll have the other two.
Yeah. So I think, overall, for the costs, and they're around about the £2 mark for each one of them, £2. That's not bad.
That's not bad, I think. But they are small.
They are titchy.
They are small. So I think it's all relative, really. I mean, if you went to a cake shop, like you could get a bigger cake for £2 than that.
Yeah, that is true. If you went to a cake shop, but the thing is, as well, we're looking at the case if you went to Starbucks. So if we went into Starbucks and you fancy the cake, now you've tried all those ones, and you know what they're like, and that was the whole point of us to do the read.
Yeah.
So let people do. You need 3 of them with a cuppa, yeah. And you could do the trio with the cuppa.
I think Mark would need. I would personally only need 1.
Well, do you know, funny though, saying that, because those trio are so rich, I think you could eat 3, but you'll get it's so sickly. I think of all the lot, if I was to go back in, which one would you go for? If you're gonna, now you know you've tried all of them.
I'd go for the Blondie.
Yeah, 100%.
Hands down, I'd go for that Blondie. It's so good, and it's been such a long time since I've actually bought a cake and really thought I really enjoyed that, and I would get it again, because we, you know, I like to try different things and I like to experience different things. So if I see something new, especially now doing the videos, and sort of we are doing like a lot more of our content is more food based than travel at the moment. But yeah, so when I see something new, I think, oh, well, let's try this and see what it's like, and show everybody else what it's like. So I'm so pleased, because I don't know if I would have tried it.
No, exactly.
If we hadn't been doing these videos, I don't know if I would have tried that.
No, we wouldn't do. And I think that's what was being good actually doing these videos as well, because sometimes you do think that you think, oh, I'm not going to buy all those. I just which one to go for. I always think it'd be good if supermarkets did like a little trial. They used to, but of course you can't now because of COVID.
Well, COVID. But what I'm saying is because we tend to stick to what we know.
Yeah.
So we tend to just sort of stay in sort of in our area. Like, I wouldn't have tried that Starbucks Bubble-tastic. I wouldn't have gone for the white mocha unless I wanted to change. Then I might have tried the white mocha, but more often than not, I would have just stuck with my caramel frappuccino. So I like that the videos are pushing us in different directions to try new things, and I think that's good for us to try new things too, because as well, you're very much a creature of comfort.
Well, good for us, but not good for our waistline, and definitely not good for my teeth. But apart from that, it's been cheese. Would be good to do with lots of cheese.
Yeah, I tell you what, you and my mum would really get on very well. Cheese. You love cheese.
All right, I will do. Do you know what? I'm going to do a cheese platter.
I'm not a cheese person, but I will get a platter of cheese for Mark to try. But I'm just quite plain, so I like a cheddar. I like a brie. I like cranberry Wensleydale. Apricot Wensleydale, I don't mind. We've got quite a few cheeses in the fridge, believe it or not.
Do you know what? I'm more of the hard cheese person. You like?
Yeah, I like the creamy ones.
French soft cheesy ones, and I don't like them as well. Stinky, smellier the better. So you like the ones like the camembert, and I love blue cheese though. You hate that, but I love blue cheese. I love that blue cheese.
You don't like the creamy blue cheese though. You like the hard blue cheese.
Yeah, I'm not into the creamy cheeses. Ones you spread like Philadelphia, that type of thing.
I love all those creamy cheeses.
No.
I love them.
Anyway, there you go. So live food review, our cake review. So you wanted to talk a little bit about the holidays. So this is the bit you asked us to do a bit of research for.
Okay, so Mark,
Goat's cheese. You hate goat's cheese. I love goat's cheese on pizza.
Oh no. Oh no.
Right, now
Goat's
we're on our
cheese, no.
sugar high.
So let's pop that over there.
Yeah, let me move that.
Actually, close the lid because I know what you're like.
Well, while Kelly's talking, I might have to do some more sampling just to make sure I gave the right scores in the first.
Okay, so I did a little bit of research. It's very difficult because when I was looking at Newcastle, there wasn't any flights going to Vegas from Newcastle. It was very weird because I did a range of dates, and I couldn't get any dates up. But what I did get, if I can find it. Okay, so I started off with doing the flight separately because I couldn't get a package deal either going from Newcastle.
Right, now he's going to have to go from Manchester.
Right. So, which is then what I checked, Manchester, because I was discussing it with Mark and I said, I'm sure you mentioned Manchester, but there's also Durham. Is that right?
Durham is near Newcastle.
Yeah. But I checked, so I checked Manchester. So what I found, now they are expensive. The flights are expensive, but the hotels they're doing really good deals listen, let me tell you, let me go straight to the hotel, right? Because that was quite, and don't forget, we're from London, so our estimate of prices is going to be slightly different to, I'm guessing, up your way, because it'd probably be even more reasonable where you live. But in London, God, it's so expensive. But the Venetian were doing rooms. Now the Venetian this is the Palazzo at the Venetian.
Oh wow, that's one of the best.
That's one of the real good hotels, and they're doing rooms for like £73 a night. And I was just like, oh my goodness,
that's really cheap.
That's so cheap because they run like £200-300 normally.
Yeah, no, Venetian. Those that haven't been, is a really top hotel on the Strip. It's at the. Well, I say towards the north end, but near Treasure Island. Yeah,
it's opposite Treasure Island, I guess, like Caesar's Palace and all of that type.
That's the one where they built a canal all around the base floor and on the upper floor. So it's like swimming pool water, and they actually have canal boats that take you around the whole hotel.
I think Mark's just gone to get a pen.
But yeah, Venetian is beautiful. There's a documentary on the Venetian. It's really worth seeing because I think it's the world's busiest hotel.
Is it Venetian?
I'm sure it is. Don't quote me on that, but the documentary is fascinating. They've got a whole army of staff. They've got hundreds of chambermaids.
Right, he's back.
There. Right, here we go.
Okay, so the Palazzo. So if you go 19th of September to the 29th of September, so that's 10 nights. I did it on 10 nights because I wasn't sure what the budget and stuff was.
So, sorry, just quickly there as well. So if you are thinking about September, you would need to have had your jabs, probably. They may not be doing the jab passports. You may get away with it, but...
I don't know about in the States, but it did say on Virgin website that you need to take a test 3 days before if you haven't had the jab, you can still fly. But okay. You need to take a test 3 days before you go. However, I don't know what the rules are in the States. So you will need to find that out with regards to the States if you haven't had your jab yet.
He's had both.
Right. Okay. Covered. Yeah. So you're covered. All right. So at the Palazzo at the Venetian, really nice hotel. They even do, and this blew my mind, breakfast included on the room.
Really?
And hotels don't even do that.
No, they don't. The thing
in Vegas.
In Vegas, no. Basically, when you pay, it's your room, and that is it. Every hotel's got its breakfast bars in there, or buffets that go on.
Buffets, yeah.
But you have to pay for them separately, so that's really good. So
it's £1,000. So for 10 nights, it worked out to £1,051 for 10 nights. And that's a suite. This is a suite Palazzo luxury 1 king suite with bed and breakfast.
That's really good.
With breakfast, I couldn't believe it.
So to put it in context, when Kelly and I were going to Vegas, every breakfast would cost me roughly about anything between $32 to $40
per person.
to collect it. So if you think how much, if you times that by 10 nights, I'm not going to do the maths
or
on
15
here,
nights or
15
16 nights as we usually
you're
go.
looking at several $100 just on food alone. So by doing that £1,000, that includes your accommodation and the food. That's really, really good.
Yeah. So I couldn't believe it. Listen, I almost booked. I almost booked right there and then. So yeah. So because normally, I mean, when we stayed at Excalibur, we got a really good deal. It was £700, £734 each, but this was for 10 nights.
That's from Manchester. Is that from Manchester?
That's from right. Okay, it's £1,000. That's room only. Sorry, right from Manchester. Your flight. This the flights. That's expensive. So I might have to do a bit more research on the flights, but your flights are a lot more expensive. So basically, for 2 adults, and I was playing around with dates.
So while you're looking for that, so bear in mind, I mean, that's a very premium room for that price. That's very cheap. So if you're looking at lower end to lower the cost of the holiday, you could change hotel.
Yeah, if you wanted to pay less for the hotel, Excalibur is doing £50, roughly just over £50 per room per night.
And that's the only thing is about Excalibur. I loved Excalibur just because it was just a novelty thing in a castle.
Yeah.
But the rooms are not going to be anywhere near on par.
They're not going to be like a thing. But if you, but to me, it's I loved it.
I really liked it.
But it's just this at the other end of the strip. That's all. But don't worry because you're going to be walking that strip anyway, up and down. So
Mike said we like September because in Lanzarote, December. Yeah.
Right.
And also as well, September's a nice time to go. It's still really hot, but not too hot.
Okay, so sorry, the flights don't match the hotel room at the moment because I was jigging the flights around to see if I could get cheaper flights and stuff like that. So for the flights 19th to the 29th. So basically, what I quoted for the room was for what did I say? 10 nights, or is that 11
10,
nights?
You said.
Let me have a quick look. What dates is this one? Okay, so that's also so it's 10 nights. So 19th to that's 19th to the 29th for 10 nights with breakfast and it's £1,051.78, and that is with Alpha rooms.
Wow.
So that's with Alpha rooms, and you save £30 when you spend £300. So already you would save money there, and free amendments available. Okay, enter Sun30 at checkout, but that's with Alpha rooms. That is for the room, so it's £1,000 for the room, but that's total. £1,050. That's total. So that is with your room and breakfast.
And the breakfasts are huge. I've not eaten there though, so I don't want to. You to get
there. we've not eaten at Palazzo, so I don't know.
But if it's the buffet, it's huge. Mark said, is that each or between?
No, for the 2 of you.
So that's for both. Yeah,
for both of you. That's not per person. That's total for the room. It's £1,051. So for the flights, what did I have a look at? I'm looking for 19th to 29th, aren't I? That's 19th to 30th. What date was that? Okay, so for the flights for the 19th to the 29th, that's £1,600 total. So basically, your whole holiday would be £2,650. Your flights are really expensive, but that is for extra leg room as well. And you basically, that's with Virgin, and you leave at 9 a.m. and you land there at 2:15 p.m. Now, I don't know how you feel about flights and stuff, but when I go on holiday, I like to take an early flight so I can get there early, and then I like to take a late flight so I can spend maximum time there. So I like to take an early flight to get there, and then I like to take a later flight, but I like to go sometime after 3 o'clock. However, in your case, because it's really weird to fly from Manchester and stuff like that. I'm getting hot already. I need to take my cardigan off. So going, which would be Sunday, the 19th, 9 a.m. to 2:50. You'd arrive there at 2:15 p.m. You have one stop off, and that and then on the return, you leave Wednesday 29th, but that's at 9. So your flight is at 9:14 a.m., which is not that good a flight, really. But you land back, I was about to say land back in London. You actually land back in Manchester at 8:40 a.m. So you miss a day. And so that in total, that's with extra leg room. So you get your meals, that is your luggage included, is £1,601.58. So altogether, it would cost £2,650. So that is quite expensive, I think, for 2 nights. But that's for 2 of you. So if you split that, what is that? About £1,200 each.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, £1,200 each. So it's not too bad when you break it down into 2 people at £1,200 each. But if you wanted to reduce it even more, I mean, it doesn't. If you
Marcos, what time would he leave?
Would you what do you mean? What time you would have to leave?
Fly back to UK.
So your flight is at 9:14 a.m. and you return back to the UK at 8:40 a.m.
You miss a day. So remember, when you're going to the States, you gain 8 hours to Vegas because they're 8 hours. Excuse me. But then when you come forward to the city, you lose 8 hours.
But I then checked if you wanted to add an extra day. So because obviously you're losing that day.
Oh, sorry, he said leave Manchester. Sorry, not leave back to UK.
You leave Manchester at 9 a.m. and you land in Vegas at 2:15 p.m. So it take you roughly about an hour to get out of the airport.
Oh, so on the 19th, what time to leave?
Okay, so on the 19th, you leave at 9 a.m. So you leave Manchester at 9 a.m. and you land in Vegas at 2:15 p.m. Now, there is one stop off in between.
Does that say where?
It doesn't say where. That was on the other page because I was just quickly calculating it all.
So most likely, I think when we went, you stop off at Chicago.
No. I want to say it's Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they're coming a different way, right? Because they're going Manchester.
No, it's not the same way.
But
yeah, you'll normally find actually for tax purposes that you land in somewhere in the northern part of the US because it's cheaper in the north than the south for some reason.
Yeah.
They said, do they do direct?
I did have a look at direct, and yes, they do, but only for one leg of your flight, which is going. They're not doing a return on the flight coming back. However, I did look at the shortest stopover time, so it depends on how you feel about it. But the going over, you have an hour and 20 minutes, I think it is. Now, we went to Mauritius and we had to stop off in France for an hour and 20 minutes. And I found it quite a rush to go from one part of the airport to the other. But the only reason why it was a rush was because my mum and my bestie put drinks in their hand luggage.
Oh, God, yeah.
Which then kept us thing. So I think an hour and 20 minutes is enough time. But if you wanted longer, there are other options because you're changing flights.
Do you know what I was going to say? Actually, the Kate is a good point. When you do change flights, that's the thing with it. You forget how big some of these airports are. So you think an hour, that's plenty of time. But by the time you've landed, if they're doing an auto check, so basically they move the luggage for you, it's fine. But by the time you've landed, you've got to get from one end of the airport to the other one. And it's quite a way.
Chicago was.
Yeah, it was
Chicago, we had to take a bus.
We had to take a bus from one end to the other. And then you're queuing up. And looking at Kate, I thought, this flight's going in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're still queuing up to get through the...
We got our flight and stuff.
Yeah, just.
But there is another one. Now, I added an extra day because I thought, well, if you're going to lose a day, you might as well add an extra day. I'm very much of that mind, add an extra day. So... the flights are exactly the same price if you add one more day onto your flight. So basically, you still leave at the same time at 9 a.m. and you land there at 2:15 p.m. And when you come back, you're now coming back a day later. So you're going to be coming back on the 30th. and you leave there at 6:10 in the morning, and you land in the UK the next day at 7:15 a.m. But you have a longer stop off there. So then you've got the time to change things over and all of that type of stuff. So you don't have to rush too much. Now, I am going to look into it a bit more for you, because I was just like, it was very difficult because I was doing all these different dates from Newcastle and nothing was going through. But you could get dates from Manchester. But I tried Manchester on other things and it wasn't coming up. So then I tried to do next year, April, which I thought would be up by now. But no, next year, April is not up either. So it just depends on what you want to spend as a budget. But like I said, if you want to reduce, so if this is the way I do it, I come up with a budget in mind. So I think, okay, if this is going to cost, I'm comfortable with spending £1,500. And then I'll say to you, are you comfortable with spending £1,500? And that is how we work it. And then I try to fit everything around that £1,500 mark. So that's how I do it. When you arrive at Las Vegas, do I book a transfer or get a taxi? Right, okay. So what we did, there is a if you go to the desk, what is it called? Mears.
Yeah, they do books ones there. You can book a.
Yeah, you can get off at the airport and then you can go to the Mears desk. So when you get out the airport, you'll pass all the machines and all that, and then you come out into the forecourt, and then you'll see there are loads of places where you can go and book, like if you want to book a shuttle or whatever it is. Now, you can go to the Mears desk and you can get a round trip, and it's normally about $40 round trip. But what we did, when I booked it, I booked us a limo, and the limo worked out quite cheap.
It was cheaper than the taxi.
Yeah, because by the time you pay £40 or $40, which is $80, it worked out, I think it was like $100 or something like that, to then get a limo to drop us there and bring us back. And I booked the limo an hour later. Now, United Airlines do quite good deals, but again, none of them are direct. And there's always a problem with United Airlines, because the last time I wanted to book, because I wanted to get into Vegas early, and we had a problem and a flight got cancelled on the other side. And I was just like, well, I had booked this so I could get into Vegas early, not so that I could get into Vegas late. Otherwise,
the plane was delayed, wasn't it?
Otherwise, I would have just booked the later one. We had paid extra money to get the earlier one.
Because I think the other thing you've got to, anybody thinking of booking a holiday, is there's been a massive rise in bookings this year. Particularly, interesting enough, especially staycations. So there's a couple of women at work were telling me they tried to book for later this summer, and all the places that they normally book with. So one book always books in Devon, one always books in Cornwall, and they've been told a lot of the places that they were phoning up were saying we're fully booked now till into April 2022. So people are actually even booking in the winter. So just bear that in mind.
Mark says that it panics him, obviously, to the transfer, so he just wants to land and be okay. The price is good. We can pay that for Lanzarote Fariones. Yeah, exactly. So I'll look into some transfers for you. So what I'll do later, if you want to send me an email, because it's probably then easier for me to email you all the details. And if you go to the about page, and it says email, you can email me and I'll send you all the details and things that I found. And it's really the budget, your budget is everyone's budget is relative. So for me, I know this is how much I want to spend and all of that type of stuff. Now, that hotel Palazzo, if we were booking, I'd say, Mark, that's what we're doing.
Do you know what?
If I had a job,
the Palazzo was oh wow! We'd never stayed in it, but just visiting it was just fantastic.
We usually stay at the airport. Do you know what? Mark and I've been thinking about that, because I was talking about it with my mum, about staying at the airport the night before.
Yeah.
And then just going to, rather than having to get up early. But to be fair, we normally take a taxi from here and go straight to wherever we're going.
I always get, I don't know why, but I always panic when we get a taxi, because we're in the taxi and this little voice in my brain going, you forgot something, you forgot something. I'm not going to tell you, but you forgot something. I think, did I leave the gas on? Did I do that on? Have I got I checked 20 times, I got my passport, the tickets, and my brain's going, you've forgotten something.
So, email me and then I'll send you all the details and stuff like that. But
so I was going to say also, Minnie as well, email us as well if you want some advice.
She said she's going to.
She said she's going to advice on the editing. So we will talk about the editing as well, what packages you can use and so on.
Well, we've only used one really, but I can email you the. This is to Minnie, by the way. I can email you the ones that I used on my phone, which I found super easy. The one on the laptop, I don't find.
I like that one.
I don't find it as easy. But I think, with holidays, I mean, I always sort of, anybody who flies with me or who goes with me, they know that the only thing that they need to bring is their suitcase and their passport. That's it. Because I've planned everything. I've planned, how we're going to get there. When we land, how we're going to get from the airport to when we leave, how we're getting from the hotel to the airport to home and all of that. So when my mum when my mum and my bestie and Mark, even when they come with, Mark doesn't even know half the details.
No, I didn't know where we're going.
He doesn't even know where we're going half the time, because I've planned it, because I'm very good at that and I'm very organized.
Yeah.
So there's no need to panic and things like that. The only thing Mark has to worry about is, have we switched everything off? Is everything unplugged? All of that type of stuff.
Do you know what? I've got to say, Kelly is meticulously organised, and all her friends always rely on Kelly to book somewhere, because Kelly will find the cheapest deals, the best places to go to.
I try.
The best you can.
Yeah.
And they've always worked out well.
Yeah. We've been really lucky up to now.
Actually.
We've been really lucky with the prices that we pay and stuff like that.
One of the things we mentioned is about flying and who to fly to. So of the pieces, we've flown with quite a few people. So we've done EasyJet, we've done
ones that have gone bust now, Monarch,
Ryanair, we've
not done Ryanair.
Oh, no, not Ryanair, sorry. We've done
United Airlines,
Virgin,
British Airways,
BA. Yes, we've done BA.
We've done Mauritius,
you've gone bust.
Yeah. But yeah, we've flown with quite a few people.
And I've got to say, actually, I was really impressed with Virgin.
Yeah.
I know that people have had their quibbles about it.
What's Caesar's Palace like?
Oh, watch The Hangover and you will. It's very.
Do you know what? Caesar's Palace is nice and I like it, but there are, Venetian for me, with regards to aesthetics and the way it looks and everything else, to me, I've not actually been inside the Wynn though.
No, we haven't.
So I've not been inside the Wynn, but with regards to aesthetics and everything else, the Venetian is by far, I think, the best one on the Strip. With regards to aesthetics and things like that, a lot of people love Bellagio, and don't get me wrong, Bellagio is very nice, and Caesar's Palace is very nice. But it's impressive to me that you've got St. Mark's Square, you've got 2 gondola rides, plus all the shops and eateries in one hotel. And that's the Venetian.
And the thing is, as well, like I say, for them to actually build a canal at the top part of the hotel, so, and it's like I say, that's how big these hotels are, and it's swimming pool water, so it's really, really clear.
Yeah.
And they take you around. Taxis cheap on the Strip, they're pretty standard, aren't they?
Did we take many taxis? I don't think we did.
No, there's 2 monorails either side which you can take, but we actually always take the bus, because the bus is very cheap, and also as well, the bus pretty much just goes up and down the Strip, so you can.
Yeah, we just got passes and did the bus. Now the thing with the bus, you got one that stops at every single stop.
Yeah,
and then you've got ones that stop at a good few stops. So we tended to take, unless we needed to go to a specific place, which the other bus stopped at, the one that stops everywhere. We tended to take the other one, which stops at you know, all the other stops rather than every single stop.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? So with the buses, the one thing I really recommend you do if you're there, if you like the shopping, is there's two outlet stores, one at the south and one at the north. They're both pretty much of a muchness. They're both the same, but the deals you get,
yeah,
if you can get there, if you do go November on Black Friday, you will get such good deals. But the deals are good anyway. I mean, I'll give you.
It's not hot all year round though in Vegas.
No, that's true.
So I wouldn't advise going in November. But what Mark's talking about, because we went to Florida, and the Black Friday deals in the States are absolutely amazing. But they are really good,
even off normal time. So, like I said, if you went September, I mean, the prices were unbelievable. Pairs of trainers, especially. I mean, pairs of trainers here that they would charge you £80 to £100 for. I was picking up in the States for anything between $25 to $32, so $38. So roughly anything between £25 and £30.
Yeah,
for the same pair. So you're saving lots of money.
Yeah, and I think, you know, there's so much to see and do in Vegas. I think you will be okay, and it's better to go on the bus and actually see the stops and stuff where you're going to get off. And do you know what I mean? I mean, you can go in the taxi, don't get me wrong, but sometimes there's a lot of traffic, so you can get stuck in the traffic. But at this time there won't be as much traffic, maybe as there would be under normal circumstances. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I think the thing for us is as well, like I said, because people say, what are you going to do with 10 nights in Vegas? There's so much to do. The shows,
so much to do.
You've got, like I said, the shopping alone as well. You could spend 2 or 3 days just going to the 2 outlet stores and shop.
When you send me an email, Mark, I will send you a list. You won't have time to gamble.
Yes, if you want to,
you won't have time to gamble. The list I'm going to send you, you ain't going to have time to gamble.
But for anybody, I would definitely set money aside. The gambling, I ain't gonna lie, is addictive.
Yeah. But we play the slots. We don't play any of the tables.
No, we don't play the tables, but the slots are addictive. Come on, we're playing those games.
But you see, Mark, he likes to play like the 2-cent slots and things like that. I like to play the more higher slots. And so I'll change up $100, and Mark goes, "What, $100?" But I just think, well, that's going to be my day's gambling with that $100 or whatever. And then I'll put it in, and then I'll gamble. Now, I see that he's asked a couple of questions.
Oh, yeah.
What about spends? How much do you reckon?
Yeah, so I reckon it depends on you, but I would definitely recommend doing a limit, because it's very easy to go over your limit.
Roulette. No, Mark. No.
The slots,
no roulette for you.
The slots are great.
Just stick to the slots.
Well, you can do roulette. That's fine, but it's
yeah. But do you know when to cut yourself off? That's the question.
I'll tell you a funny story. So I have a friend of mine at work. He went to play blackjack, and he was there in the blackjack, and he was about $300 down, and he was playing the blackjack. So his mate went over to him and said, "Are you playing blackjack?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I didn't know you could play blackjack." He goes, "I don't know how to play it." He said, "Why are you on the table?" He goes, "I don't know how to leave." Because you've got to signal to the actual dealer you want to go. You've got to say, "Well, this is my last hand," and then you go, and then someone else takes your place. But he didn't know what to do. So every time he lost, they struck them. They were already dealing him his next hand.
I'm going to get Rob to watch you then.
Yeah, but
I'm going to email Rob, and I was going to make sure you watch Mark. Don't let him do all them things.
So, with terms of gambling, I probably would say, be on the safe side, do $50 to $100 a day. I would. Yes,
I mean, what is your usual spend? If you didn't have to factor in, gambling, and you just wanted to spend daily, what would your daily what would your daily spend be?
Well, for anyone doing the gambling,
want to see a few shows, nice restaurants.
There's plenty.
Don't worry, plenty. I've got a list for you.
What's I going to say? So anybody, in terms of the slots, what you've got to remember is, that's why I like to do that. I end up doing the 1 cent slots, and the reason being, if you do the regular ones, which is basically $1 a go, so you put your dollar in, you pull the lever, ding, 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 and nothing comes up. It's very, very, very easy to burn through $50. Like I said, if it's one go and one go is 10 seconds and you've gone through the rigmarole, you then pull it again and pull it again, you can easily burn yourself through $50 easily. And that's in about 10 minutes. So that's why I reckon just stage it a little bit, because then do a few on one and move on. One of the ones we really liked, so we went through the theme slot machine. So there was a Simpsons one we really liked.
Yeah, Simpsons one and Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka was a really good one. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory one. And the Ghostbusters one.
Yeah, Ghostbusters one was really good.
Because it's great, actually, because when you're doing, as the things roll, you hear the characters speak. Take 150.
Okay, so that, yeah, the Lanzarote is a good, yeah, because I budget roughly about $100 a day. Mark budgets more because you buy us food and things like that.
Yeah,
so you sort of, but that is a good thing. So I budget roughly about $100 a day. And I don't spend $100 a day. So on the days that I've saved a bit of money or whatever, I will then go shopping and buy clothes and whatnot and things like that. But yeah, I budget roughly $100 to $150 a day. Now, if you're going to budget that for the day, you then have to think about maybe gambling every other day or every 2 days, rather than, so what you can do, so how I would do it, I would plan it around that. So if you want to play roulette, let's say, I would then say, right, today and tomorrow, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go to a show, I'm going to go eat at a restaurant. And then if you don't spend the whole of portion of your day's money, then you can put it to the next day's money, if that makes sense. So then you've got that bit more to gamble with. But my advice would be maybe not gamble at the beginning and maybe gamble halfway through to the end, because you don't want to spend up all your money gambling and then towards the later on in the middle of the holiday, like, oh.
Or you can just bring extra money with you. And if you have set, that's why I say set the limit, because if you do like $100 a day and you have that on gambling, you know what you're going to spend there. And don't get me wrong, you will win something.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you win big, but you will win something. So you can always invest it back into.
But I think Mark likes the tables more.
Oh yeah,
he likes it. Like, we didn't really do the tables.
No, we didn't.
But what we did do, because we had jet lag, we would get up. It'd be like 2 a.m. and we wouldn't be asleep. And I'd say to Mark, let's just go downstairs and have a flutter on the machines. We stayed at Park MGM. And we would just go downstairs, have a flutter on the machines, and then come back upstairs to bed an hour later. And that was fine for us.
Yeah. The other thing is as well, like Kelly was saying earlier on, is the food. So you've got to factor in the food. Now, the thing is with the food is with the buffets, most of the cheaper buffets you can probably do for two of us, probably about $30, $40, okay, collectively as well. But most of them range from about between the two of us, probably anything between 50. Some of them were over $100.
It depends on what you want your experience to be. Like with me, like I wanted to try the Gordon Ramsay Hell's Kitchen, but we didn't get a reservation for that actually.
That's the other thing. I'll just quickly there. So if you do go to Vegas and you want to go in Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen, you must book it months in advance.
Months in advance.
We got there and it was fully booked till about 2 months beyond. So if you do want to go there, the other one, there's another. What's a high-end buffet? The fish one.
Let me tell you a high-end buffet. The Sterling Buffet at Bally's. I didn't get a chance to try that.
Yeah, that's the one.
So I'm going to live through you, Mark, when you go. Please.
Or whoever's going to go to Vegas.
Please go to that Sterling Buffet and let me know how it is. And they do like filet mignon and all that. Oh.
We really wanted to go to the Sterling.
Yeah, and I didn't realise that you had to book so far in advance.
I mean, when we were there, we looked at
can't stand Gordon.
When we were there, we looked at the first night. Let's try and book it for later. We were there for 15 nights. We thought, well, we'll book it for later in the holiday. But even then, they said, look, we've got no bookings for a month and a half. So again, you really want to book that ahead. You'll get some.
There's not only buffets there. We talk about buffets because Mark loves a buffet. But there are some really nice restaurants there. You go to the Bellagio. And they've got really a few nice restaurants there. There was one that me and my friend did when the first time I went to Vegas. It was a Chinese restaurant, and they did all the dim sum and all that, and that was really lovely. But they also have the higher end sort of restaurants, so you can go and sit down and all of that type of stuff, and it's all grandiose and everything else. So again, I'll send you a list on those. But we pretty much did buffets because Mark loves the buffets.
You like a nice restaurant. I'll tell you a little story with the buffets. So the buffets, I think I mentioned this before, but I love Vegas about the buffets. Now, where Kelly and I, when we have our little disagreements,
because I like the higher end restaurants.
No, it's not that. So where we have our disagreements is always in the morning. I want to go down and have breakfast.
Oh yeah.
And Kelly will drag her feet because she doesn't want breakfast. She doesn't want to go.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't want. I don't like to be dictated by food.
So yeah, so that's the whole thing. What's great about Vegas is you don't, because it's 24 hours a day, you can dictate when you eat. So if you want to have breakfast or brunch or whatever, you can have it when you want it, rather than, so with most hotels when you go there, well, not all most, but when we normally stay with breakfast included, and breakfast always is something ridiculously early, like 6 a.m. till say 10. So if you do want to lie in, you're going to miss breakfast.
Yeah, so, I'm higher. See, he likes the higher end. Yeah.
So that's the thing. So that's what we liked about Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, because Mark likes buffets, I then wanted to go. I wanted to do a compromise. So then I wanted to go to the higher end buffets. So that's what we did. We ended up going to Wicked Spoon and all of those types of places. You quite liked the Aria as well, didn't you? You liked the Aria, the Aria buffet. I didn't think much of the Aria buffet. It was okay, but mine was mainly the
Wicked Spoon.
Wicked Spoon. But there are higher end restaurants out there. That's not something you have to worry about. You walk past and there's a high end restaurant every other restaurant.
Well, I was going to say actually as well with that, because I like my buffets, so I will always go and have we did 2 buffets in one time, but that was a lot. That's a lot of things.
Yeah. What's it like for the gate? Fine. There's things to do. There's things for everyone. They don't watch that there, so you don't have to worry about. Do you know what I mean? There's things to do. I don't know about the clubs and stuff because we've not gone to obviously the clubs and stuff, but I know that there are quite a good few shows out there.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? Do a little bit of research with regards to shows and things like that. But I'm just trying to think, because they had things like Thunder from Down Under, and I'm sure didn't they have shows in 1,000 mile shops?
Yeah, they did.
They had quite a few shows there and things like that. So I'm not really up on that sort of scene because obviously when we went, we were just doing our own thing. But that would be something that I would look up for you next time if we were there.
The other thing is as well, I mean, Vegas is seedy. The thing is as well, you'll notice that Vegas really changes at night. But if you accept it for what it is, it's not seedy.
It's not. I don't.
Seedy,
I think it depends on what it is that you're looking for. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I was just gonna say the friend I was talking about earlier, he described it in the best way, and he said to me, "Mark, Disneyland is Disneyland." He said Vegas is Disneyland for adults.
Yeah,
and I would say that's exactly how it is. It's just fun.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
You have if you accept it for what it is. It has got its cheesy elements. It has got its thing. But if you accept it for that, you will enjoy it.
You will love Mardi Gras down at the Old Town. So near where the Golden Nugget is,
yeah,
and they have Mardi Gras there, and they have concerts there, and all of that. That'd be really, it's lovely at night. We didn't get a chance to go, but because we were always on the bus coming back from somewhere. And I'd be so tired, and I'd be like, oh no, I can't go tonight. I'm really tired. But they have like a massive party with all the big baubles and all of that type of stuff. People having fun, streamers everywhere. It's really, really good. So do you know what I mean? Go have fun and all of that type of stuff. But unfortunately, I'm not really up on that sort of thing. I should be, because do you know what I mean? But like I said, you got and as you know, there's the Vanderpump there, and that's at Caesar's Palace. So check that out, definitely.
Yeah, I was going to say as well, and the great thing with Vegas, it truly is a city that never ever sleeps.
Yeah.
If you're bored at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, there's so much for you to do. If you're a nightclubber and night owl, or if you'd like to get up early and do stuff, it is forever open.
Yeah, it's there's something there for everyone.
Yeah.
But I do what was your favourite thing, would you say, other than the food?
Food. I've got to say, if you want to watch something spectacular, watch see how much food I can put away. Do you know what? Actually, for me, it's the whole experience. What I love about Vegas is the fact that, you know, you wander up. You wouldn't think, if I describe it, people say, well, is that fun? I'm just wandering up and down the strip, going into different hotels. But each hotel is almost like a theme park in itself. The scale of it is just so huge. So for me, it's just doing that.
You just like the general walking up and down, don't you? Yeah.
I love going in the gambling. I love looking at the different hotels. I love doing the shops.
Yeah.
I never get bored in Vegas. And some people say, oh, you can't stay more than 3 days, you'll get bored. I have never been bored in Vegas.
No,
never been bored. And there's always something to do. Even if you just want to go for a wander, if you want to go try there's so many food courts. You can go as high end, as low end as you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think when you're on holiday, I love that element where you can you never have to cook.
Need to do some more home, I think.
More home. Is that home holidaying? But yeah, no, I think for me that's the main thing. What about you?
What do I like about Vegas? I like going in and out the hotels, and I like the shopping.
Oh, homework.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like going in and out the hotels, and I like being around the pool. I'm not going to lie. I really do like being around the pool.
Do you know, that's a really good point. I forgot to mention the pool. Every hotel has a pool. So your hotel, if you're on the strip, will have a pool. Now, interestingly enough, I've emailed a couple of friends who live in Vegas. I haven't been in contact with them for a while. And they were saying apparently Las Vegas, people that live in Las Vegas actually avoid the strip because the strip is expensive. There is a premium. If you shop in the strip, it will be high, the top end prices. But if you want cheap shopping, go to the outlets. The bus will take you directly there. Love looking at hotel shops.
What? Oh, Mark, you got to do the pool. You got to do the pool. Oh, sorry. You got to do the pool.
You like the pool. But do you know, I'm the same. I just get bored sitting all around the pool.
Listen, even if you only do it for an hour, you get a nice little cabana. You get a couple of drinks or whatever, and then you chill. Yeah?
Well, there is that. I've got to say, what is nice about it, you can just lie there and somebody will keep. Actually, in Vegas, people just wandering around getting you stuff.
You're like my mum. Get bored.
Yeah,
She hates it when we chill by the pool. She hates it.
I don't mind it if it's someone like Lanzarote, because Lanzarote there isn't loads there to do, so it forces you kind of to relax.
Yeah, Mark finds it very, very difficult to relax. Whenever we go to somewhere like Vegas or Florida, you can't sit still. He needs to be out.
Yeah, I do. I think a lot of that's just I've got an active mind. I mean, like I said, my job, you're constantly.
Yeah, but when you're on holiday, that's when you relax.
No, I'm always thinking. Yeah. Do you know what? And I like doing the active thing. I'm much more like, I want to see that. 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 I think I've got this thing in my mind. If I'm lying by a pool, stuff like that, I'm missing out.
Yeah, I've got a friend like that, but she's the opposite. If she's not lying by the pool, she thinks that she's missing out.
No, I'm the opposite. I just I could be doing this. Don't get me wrong, it is good just to take a day resting.
Yeah.
But that's what I like about our Florida trips, because we end up going to all the parks.
Yes.
So, and like I said, you spend all day doing the park and you feel like you've done something. You spend all day wandering around. Look at Tina's €1 shop, then sit on the beach. But it's that's nice though, actually. I do like going up and down the strip.
Oh, I mean, what?
Tell them about me dragging you into all the tax shops.
Basically, Mark hadn't done a lot of traveling. He'd been to a few places, but hadn't done a lot of traveling before he met me. So we had done, by that point, I think we'd done Brighton, and we had done Brighton, and we'd done Vegas by that point. So now we were going to Lanzarote. So he hadn't been to Lanzarote before. Well, he hadn't been to Brighton You hadn't been to Brighton or
No, never been
to Vegas before that. So we went to Brighton. Now, Mark's very much, he likes to go in and out of every single shop, right? Which, don't get me wrong, I don't mind. But on the 20th time, you tend to get a bit tired.
There wasn't that many.
Now, we had been in... Now, bearing in mind, this is probably the third or fourth day, we're wandering in and out of shops, right? And Mark likes to look at every single thing. And not just any shops, all the tax shops, right? So on this so it was getting to evening now, and I was losing my mind. And I just burst out, I don't want to go into any more tax shops. You're not even buying anything in these tax shops. And literally, we'd been in that I just lost my rag.
What was funny as well, so in addition to that, as I looked around, there was a guy handing out leaflets of various things. He looked at me and he went... You can see he had all this sympathy for me. Definitely want to go to Little Italy.
Yeah.
More than Gran Canaria. Oh, okay.
Yeah, good old tax shops.
Come on, the tax shops.
God.
Oh, come on, you can't knock it. You go in there, you've got all the stuff all the junk you never need. All the genuine fakes.
All the clutter. The clutter that is around this house.
Yeah, you can see all that lined up on top there.
All the clutter.
We are a bit of a clutter hoarders.
Yeah, we are.
I was just looking actually so my brother who lives in the States just sent me a whole load of bizarre things for me to try. So we are going to do that as a video at some point. But we've had
I need to take off my cardigan.
Strip away. Yeah, so we will be doing some of that. But do you know what? Recently I've had so much sugar, I'm gonna have to lay back off it for a while. We've
been having so much sugar.
Well, doing the videos actually, for doing our taste tests. We've been doing so many videos. So like I said, we end up buying the whole range of something, and I hate wasting food. My life's clutter. Yeah, I know it's not good though. We're really bad for it. So we end up
really bad. We've got stuff everywhere. Also, every surface is covered.
It's not hoarder level, but we are a bit bad.
Don't get me wrong. We've gotten rid of a lot of stuff.
But then we just replace it.
Yeah. Then we go on holiday again.
Yeah, and then replace it with holidays.
Inevitably, we replace it.
Or paraphernalia.
Yeah.
There's none to hand actually. But what was I going to say? Yeah, so we will be looking at that. I'll take a little break from the things, because I think, like you're saying, we end up buying all the cakes of one place so we can review them, and all the drinks from one place so we can review them. I think, oh my god, I've had 7, and I hate waste, so I do eat all of it and I do drink all of it.
Yeah, you do. You do. Whereas I can leave it. I don't have to eat it all, and I don't have to drink it all. But yeah, I just think that don't even open it.
So they will be gone.
Can you imagine? Yeah,
I'll just take the off then. Or buy an ashtray. You buy an ashtray, but don't smoke.
My goodness! Now I've heard it all. You should buy a magnet.
Yeah,
buy a magnet for the fridge.
Now, if you ever see it, when you watch the cooking videos that we do, or if I do the videos that we might do, you'll see in the background, you'll see our fridge, and our fridge is absolutely covered in magnets. Or I've got loads of novelty magnets. So in Vegas, we had all these. They did these really realistic looking donuts that are magnets.
Yeah.
And I was chatting to the guy in the shop, and he said he had to move them all to the top because where they were at the bottom, these kids run up, see it, think it's real, and they take a massive bite out of it. So you have to move all the magnets.
When are we next in Lanza? We haven't got any plans at the moment, because I don't have a job at the moment. But as soon as I do have one,
we're going to book.
I'll let you know. We'll book.
So we are going to plan to do obviously more of the holiday videos when we're back out there. But in the interim, we're going to be.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'd love to do this as a living. I'd like to make our videos, and ultimately, this is what I would love to do. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to do this, and this is what we do as a living. But at the moment, it's not possible.
Well, it's a hobby, and we just do it really to see everybody.
And because being a receptionist, I love talking to people. I love welcoming people. That's what my nature is. So I really enjoy making the videos. But until I get something new, we won't be going on holiday just yet. We might do a couple of staycations though.
Yeah, we are looking at that, aren't we? So we do want to get out there soon.
Well, I know my mum's missing Lanzarote, so much so she said to me, "Oh, let's go to Lanzarote for 4 days." I said, 4 days? I can't go Lanzarote for 4 days. I need to go minimum for a week, and that's not even long enough.
But you say that. The one that shocked me is when we went to Mauritius. Now, Mauritius, bear in mind, is a 13-hour flight. That's a long flight. And as we were going to check in, there was a couple in front of us, and the couple said, "We're here for 3 nights, and then we're going back." I think they were German. They said the 13-hour flight from Germany would be roughly about the same from Germany to Mauritius. They were staying 3 nights, then flying back to Germany. I thought, a 13-hour flight for 3 nights. That's a 26-hour round trip, and you're going to go for 3 nights.
Yeah, that's crazy. Definitely, Mark. He said he'd love to meet us.
Oh, that'd be great.
For a
At the corner, the golden corner.
The golden corner.
Then we can go to that casino.
Corner. Well, I'll leave you guys. I'd actually, do you know what? I'd go into the casino, but I think I've been spoilt by Vegas.
We haven't even tried it.
No, I haven't tried it. Yeah. So I would definitely go and have a look, but I'm not one for tables. Although I would like to try roulette once, place it on red or black or something like that. And we almost did, because there was a table free in which hotel was it? The Paris. We went to, yeah. So we were walking through the Paris hotel in Vegas, and they had a table free. And I was walking up to the table, and these 2 ladies got the table before we did. But that was the one and only time, because I'd always wanted to do roulette, and I don't really know how to play, but I always wanted to do one time on the table. But yeah, that was the only time.
I quite like the Paris. The Paris was actually quite nice, the hotel. They've got the mock Eiffel Tower, a huge Eiffel Tower replica, and you can actually eat in the restaurant at the top of the Eiffel Tower there. You have to book it.
Casino Lanzo Fantastico restaurant.
There we are.
Yeah, we've only been we went to the restaurant that is at the bottom, but it wasn't part of the casino. It's like a Moroccan Thai looking place. We went there once, but I think that might have been the first time we went to Lanzarote. We went because we only went there once. That was the one on the beachfront downstairs.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but we only went there once.
Oh, he's got special numbers. Right, okay. Or you'll never be able to. Anybody that picks numbers for lottery or anything will never be able to change those numbers. You'll always end up doing those numbers.
Yeah.
You'll never change those numbers. You just think there's always that worry that as soon as
you change the numbers,
they'll come up.
Which is what happened. My uncle was telling me a story the other day because he does the lottery religiously. And he normally does his numbers, but he changed one number. And he put it on another line. He put the number that he was going to put on the same line, but he put it on another line. And he missed out on, what was it? 180,000?
Yeah, 180 grand.
Yeah, missed out on that. He still got a little amount, but it was nowhere near as what he could have gotten.
180 grand. And you miss out on that.
I'd be sick.
I keep looking this way down to the cake.
Stop looking at the cake.
It's drawing my eye. Yeah, missing a number.
Yeah, you do. I don't play the lottery that often, but when we do, we do tend to stick to the same numbers. I think Mark changes because he never remembers his numbers, but I tend to remember mine, so those are the numbers I play. But we don't really play that often.
Well, no, do you know what? The times I do go into the lottery, I think, right, I'm going to get a lottery ticket. Here we go. And I get there and I think, right, what numbers am I picking?
Yeah. And then he phones me.
I thought, well, what numbers do you want? So that's the whole thing. I'll never get around to doing a regular slot there for the old lottery. But yeah, we could always look to do that.
I think
do the Euro lottery, buy a ticket on the strip. Ticket for luck.
Yeah, I mean, when we went to Brussels, we did a day trip to Brussels with my mum and her friends because it was her birthday, and she did the lottery there. She did the Euro there.
Well, actual fact, that's a really good. So talking of trips, I think we mentioned it before. If you guys did want a quick getaway, that's a really good place I would recommend, and it's good because you can do Brussels in a weekend.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. So you can have a nice short stay, and it is relaxing. Just wander around, eating chocolate, drinking beer, mussels, chips, and just relaxing.
Couldn't ask for a better trip, really.
Just
mussels, beer, and chips.
Oh, one thing they would do in there as well, they'd have these massive baguettes, French baguettes. They'd open them up and then pour chips, loads of chips in the middle, then loads of their different sauces. You get this massive chip baguette. It was delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fantastic.
I mean, we used to stay at the Warwick. The Warwick's a really nice hotel.
That's a nice hotel.
We stayed at the Warwick and we stayed at the Hilton.
Yeah.
And the
Radisson Blu, didn't we?
Oh, we stayed at the Radisson. Radisson Blu's a really nice hotel as well.
Budapest.
No, we
We've
haven't.
never been to Budapest.
But do you know what? My old workplace, they used to do day trips. They used to do yearly trips. They would do a ski trip and they would do sort of like an architectural trip. And they did Budapest and they really enjoyed it. They really liked it.
They were also saying, really cheap. Funny enough, they say that as well, because my cousin went to Lithuania and said the same thing. And Croatia's which is really, really nice.
You know, Croatia is really popular for a holiday destination.
Prague is always really
it's really popular. Somebody that I spoke to recently said they were going to go to Croatia. Oh, was that Lorenzo who said he was going to go to Croatia?
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't think he ended up going. I think it might have been Lorenzo. But yeah, I've known a few people to go to Croatia, and they said that's a really good holiday.
Croatia's expensive. I didn't know that. Ooh.
Oh, I've not plugged it in.
You haven't plugged in the battery, so we are running low.
Give me a second.
So Kelly's going to do that. Part of the person who sets it up. So
you know what? That was the part I forgot.
So like I said, with Eastern Europe, you can get a really I heard as well Croatia's supposed to be really, really beautiful. I did buy a calendar. The wall calendars one time. It showed all the beautiful places, national landmarks in Europe, and there's quite a few in Croatia. There was quite a few there, so definitely was Croatia. And of course, the simple trip to Paris. So from London, it's 2 hours. Brussels, 2 hours, and you now stops at Lille, and I think you can get to Marseille. But it's not direct, but that's another one from Euro. So we're quite lucky because we can get to King's Cross quite quickly from here. And then take the Eurostar there. Yeah, love Paris. I really do enjoy Paris.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
No.
I know some people have gone there and say they find it dirty, but I actually think it's a really nice city. It's a real traditional type city.
Yeah, I basically grew up going, because a lot of my family are French. So we basically went to Paris every other month when I was little. We went all the time.
If they're watching, bonjour.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
So, King's Cross 3 hours away on the train. Yeah, I can appreciate that. There's, I did always wonder if there's a quicker way to do it, because you'd have to build another tunnel if you were doing it anywhere else. But yeah, it used to go from Waterloo, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, before, where I used to live before, Waterloo was easier for us to get to. But now, because we live here, King's Cross is easier for us to get to. So we're very, very lucky.
We're really lucky.
Because the train goes straight to King's Cross.
And it's really, from where we are, we get direct line through to King's Cross.
Yeah.
And then, it's just really, really simple from there. So you get the 2 hour journey into Paris. You're right in Gare du Nord, because it's right at the top. And from there, you can get, and actually, fact, the deals we got in there, once you get to Paris, you can get some really cheap hotel deals.
Yeah.
Really cheap.
Let me tell you.
Let Kelly tell you.
So I research a lot of hotels, right? And we like to stay mid. Don't get me wrong. I can't afford like mega expensive hotels, but neither do I want to stay in a mega cheap hotel. So I look for something that's about midway, or just above midway. So I picked this hotel, had really good reviews. Some of them were hit and miss, but as you know, as reviews go, they can be hit and miss. We got to the hotel and the lobby looked okay. We walked in and they gave us a room.
Oh yeah, the room. Oh God, the room. I think we might have told you this story, so apologies if we have. But it was dreadful. It was really bad.
It was so bad. I videoed it. I couldn't sleep.
So
I was up all night.
Mark said 3 or 4 stars.
Yeah, that's
roughly. It was
roughly
supposed to be a 4-star, this one.
Yeah.
You couldn't have given it more than one.
It was terrible. The carpets were all coming up. It was hideous. And I thought, I'm not staying in this hotel. I went downstairs and I said, this is unreasonable, blah, blah, blah. And I couldn't sleep. Mark
Chloe.
slept.
Hello, Chloe.
Hey, Chloe.
How are you?
Hope you're good. Hope your sister's good as well. And I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I called the company who we booked through and all of this type of stuff. And then in the end, they gave us like £25 sort of an appeasement offer, if you like. And that night, because I ruined our night because I was so mad, I couldn't relax. So that day that we got there, I left our suitcase in the room and I went to all these different hotels to check to see if they had room because I wasn't staying in that hotel. Then we went to we found this really nice hotel.
Yeah.
And I got them to show us one of their rooms. I liked it. It was even cheaper than the hotel that we had booked.
It was, yeah. We got our money back and we managed to, we paid for the one night and then
then we got a refund for not a refund because we hadn't even paid.
Mark said we booked a holiday with Tui. Dip pool, separate the bedroom in roads. Got there and it wasn't even built. But you know what? That's not uncommon, unfortunately.
Can you imagine? What did you do?
Do you know what? That's not. There was a scam going in Spain where what you would do is obviously not with hotels, unfortunately, but buying condos. And you would buy a condo. They would take you to the site. You would see the foundations being built, and then basically would take your money, but that's it. They wouldn't build the foundation. I'm God, Mark, did you have a haircut? I did. I had, and I needed a haircut. I really did need a haircut because I was growing like this. If I hadn't had a haircut, Chloe, I'd be doing this. So how is everybody? Everybody fine?
We'd be doing a hair toss just like you, Chloe.
Chloe, did you see my Star Wars cooking video?
I don't think they'll even know what Star Wars is.
They know what Star Wars is.
They're too young. They're not going to know what Star Wars is.
But yeah, no. So no, you're right. And I think, didn't you say that you stayed in a hotel in Spain where there were fights on the balcony?
So, this was before Mark and I got together.
Oh, sorry. Mark just said he stayed. Normal is normal. That's normal in Greece, but stayed at Hesperia, best holiday ever.
See, so yeah. But
Go tell you about your story.
So back in the day, Sky used to have a holiday channel and you could book through Sky and all of that type of stuff. And they'd have their presenters and all of this. And I saw a really good deal. And I thought, do you know what? Let me get my girlfriends together and see if, they want to go and stuff like that. Now I had asked my cousin, and he was all up for it at the beginning. And then halfway through, he cancelled. He said he didn't want to go. So then we had to find a fourth person, which we did because then my friend brought her friend. So there was 4 of us that was going. And then so just before we would go, I double checked with my cousin to see if he wanted to come. And then he said, you know what? Let me come with you. I said, right, cool. So 5 of us went on this trip. So it was, they were going to assign a hotel on arrival. Now this was going to Costa Brava, I think we were going to. So we got to Costa Brava, and then they had assigned this hotel. If you saw the hotel, it was filthy. I mean, don't get me wrong, the reception and everything was okay and all that, but when you got to the room, it was filthy. The rooms weren't even ready. We had to wait a couple of hours. We got there, the room was filthy dirty. There was a hole in the door. We had a fire escape on our balcony where people had left bottles of I don't know what, because there wasn't drink in those bottles, and all of that type of stuff. And it was the most depressing and awful holiday. I think I don't even know which was worse, spending that night in Paris or the week there.
Because I didn't go with you on that holiday. That was so funny. Telly was telling me, she's, oh God, it was.
They shut off the water. Right, so we didn't even have water. We had to go and buy gallons of water to pour over ourselves in the bathroom in order to shower. We had to go and buy gallons of water.
Didn't you say the guests were like getting drunk and fighting? You see, I told you, Chloe knew the Star Wars.
Well,
I'm not young. I know what Star Wars is. Yeah, I thought you might like the cookie. I did Star Wars cookies for anyone. Oh my goodness, yeah, Minnie just
like the Hotel of the In-Betweeners, yeah.
Oh, and Mark said, yeah, they shut off the water in Greece. I just think that's the most depressing thing, because you pay for the holiday to get away so you can relax, and if you're stressed on holiday, that is just horrible.
Yeah, when I was little, and we'd go, because obviously when we go to Mauritius, that's like my mum going back home, because my parents come from Mauritius. And when I was little, they used to be, it's a poor country, so the water trucks used to come, and they would drop the water, and you'd go with what we call a dexie, which is like a big pot, and you'd go behind the water truck, and you'd fill up several pots as it was going by, and then you carry it back. And I was only really little, and I'd carry it back to the house, and it'd be sploshing everywhere. And my uncle, who was only my uncle, but a good few years older, probably about 10, 15 years older than me, go, don't drop it everywhere, because he was a teenager and I was a little girl, and I'm like, flopping this everywhere. But when I then went back, when I was in my 20s, we stayed in a villa, because my family don't live by the beach. They live in a town. So my mum wanted to get a villa by the beach. So we were in walking distance, probably about 15-minute walking distance to the beach. And if you didn't have your shower about 10 o'clock, that water's cold. They turned off the hot water, so you couldn't have any hot water. And that's how it was. And so you when you think of these countries, but that's normal for those countries. But I didn't think you would get that in a touristic area like Spain and places like that. I just thought that this would carry on. But yeah, the hotel. And do you know what it was? The hotel was called in Costa Brava Casino Royale. And I was talking to my bestie the other day, Evelyn, and we were laughing about this hotel. And I said to her, let me go online and see if this hotel still exists. And the hotel still exists. And the amount of complaints I was reading, I was laughing as I was going through, because I just thought, I remember this. I remember it's the most hideous hotel. It is crazy.
You had a really nice comment from Chloe there. Look. Have a read.
Oh, Chloe. Chloe's my niece, everyone. And she's so lovely.
And she said Kelly's beautiful.
Oh.
Well, not as beautiful as Chloe.
No.
And Sienna.
Obviously, not as... I'm telling you, those girls, when they get older, I pity the mother whose boys are going to come to the door. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I know with the holiday bits as well. That is... But I've heard you get all kinds of horror stories as well. I love reading the reviews on TripAdvisor. Do you know what? That's a very good point Mark raises. Actually, TripAdvisor is great, not just for hotels, but actually for restaurants as well. Yeah. Everybody, I remember reading, we watched a show with Gordon Ramsay.
He hates Gordon Ramsay, by the way.
I know you hate it. Oh my God, that's shocking. Minnie said that they have managed to stick around and have so many bad reviews.
Yes. Go on to, it's called Casino Royale. And I believe it's Costa Brava, not Costa Dorada, because Costa Dorada is where Portaventura is. And I've been to Costa Dorada, it's quite nice there. But Costa Brava, go on to TripAdvisor and have a look at Casino Royale. Oh, it'll blow your mind. It will blow your mind.
But this is it. And Minnie raises a good point as well. You'll see a hotel with loads of poor reviews and people go. But I think they go because it's cheap.
Yeah, it's very
cheap. And people always make that mistake of thinking, it's all right, I won't stay in the hotel anyway. I'll be out all the time.
Do you know what? And I think if you're young, your mentality is you want to go on a cheap holiday and you only need a bed to sleep.
Yeah, but it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. But I've never been that type of girl that, oh yeah, it's only a place. Don't get me wrong. I've got friends who are like that, but I've always been a bit bougie. Like my mum, she despairs with me sometimes because I am that. I admit it. I'm just a little bit bougie. So we don't tend to. I don't like staying in the poorer places. But to be fair, my mum's bougie as well. When I took her, listen, let me tell you something about my mum. She was going somewhere and they were all staying in this bed and breakfast or something like that. My mum's going, I don't want to stay there. Can you look for a hotel for me? And I had to go and find her a hotel. And she was like, Kel, I had my nice big room and I had my nice bed and and I thought,
So Mark was just saying, when you're old, slightly older, Mark's just above 20.
Yeah.
He likes his creature. Do you know what? I find that as well.
I'm the same.
Once
I'm the same.
I'm too old. I used to do camping when I was a teenager, but
I've never done it. I've never done camping, and I don't want to.
Every time I've gone camping, and I mean every time, it is just poured down with rain. It's not a pleasant experience. So yeah, but I think going back to TripAdvisor, you'll always find that with anything. TripAdvisor, every place gets one bad review. And I think we always find that as well. If you read the bad reviews, you can kind of gauge what's genuine and what isn't. So you'll get people that be really unrealistic. So, for example,
we didn't get clean towels straight away when we called downstairs. It took 20 minutes before it arrived to my room. Oh, come on.
Yeah, and they'll do a 1, or like with a
grip.
Yeah, they'll do a restaurant. Oh, I turned up and the restaurant was full and I couldn't get a
seat
table.
for 20 minutes.
1 star, and you think to yourself, but if people are giving it 1 star because the food is terrible, yeah, you know.
Yeah, I just think that you just got to. I'm an avid reader of reviews and all that, but at that point when we did the Sky ones, the Casino Royale, I wasn't up on the knowledge of research at that point because I was still quite young. But now the only time that I've been fooled was that hotel that we stayed in Paris, and it turns out there are 2 parts to the hotel. That's why it had so many good reviews, and why it had a few bad reviews, because there were 2 parts to the hotel. So I don't know if they were in the middle of refurbishment, but we got the bad side of the hotel, while the other side was the good side of the hotel, and it was just that's the thing.
So Mark was saying about Johnny Vegas doing his glamping, fantastic. So do you know what? I would like to do glamping. It just didn't exist when I was young, but glamping, is would be something I would like to give a go. Minnie said, if it's a nice place, some people like to nitpick about little things. Absolutely. To make it seem like they weren't taken care of or treated nicely, which I find quite annoying when others are telling you about it. The quality of the room and the other service.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That's so true. I've read a documentary. I read an article, and restaurants were saying that they get inundated with people calling saying, oh, I'm an influencer. What's that worth? You know, what discount do I get? And they say, well, none. You don't.
But Mark was saying he loves clean towels. So do we.
Yes.
And all the little extras too.
Oh, and Chloe said we're the best cup. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Chloe.
Chloe, please watch my popcorn video, because I reckon you'd enjoy
and get Mummy to make the popcorn.
Well, tell your mum to make it for you.
No, tell Mummy that Kelly said that Auntie Kelly said you have to make the popcorn. Tell her.
It's really easy. It's really nice. That's if you like popcorn. You might not even like popcorn. But yeah, it was a really, really simple recipe. No, what Minnie was saying is absolutely right. I think it is annoying when you get people just be spiteful. Just be absolutely spiteful. Oh, Mark's going to make it tomorrow.
Mark's going to see, Chloe. Mark's going to make the popcorn tomorrow. Not this Mark, the other Mark. He's going to make the popcorn tomorrow.
Yay! She's going to do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, Mark, I tell you something. There's nothing like it.
He's got all the ingredients. He said.
Do you know what? I don't know what it is, because I normally buy it in bags.
Do it in a bigger pot than what Mark used as well. And that is my advice. Use it in a bigger pot. Mark used the smallest pot. Well, actually, not the smallest pot, because we got a milk pan. But yeah, it was quite a small pot. And I said, why didn't you just use the big one? He goes, oh, that's too big.
I wish I'd done it in that. The funny thing is, when I was making it and I was filming it, I said, oh, look, it's popping. And then the lid lifted and went right up like this. So I had to stop the video. I had to cut that bit out and make it look like it done at the top.
So that is my advice. Use a big pot.
But yeah, keep it.
Oh, he's one of the subscribers, Chloe.
So yeah. So what I was going to say.
My niece is asking who you are, Mark.
But yeah, with that popcorn, I definitely advise her when you're shake it every couple of minutes, because otherwise that popcorn will burn at the bottom. I did get a few burnt pop kernels, but yeah,
because you got a few that hadn't actually popped, because I think you had to stop it.
Yeah, I had to stop at a certain point. But yeah, keep it going. I'll just say Germans are the rudest, and the British say thank you for everything. Do you know what? I've got to say, and I don't want to diss any nationality, but there was one nationality, I don't think I should say it on live, when we went to Mauritius. That was so rude. That was so rude. You remember that woman kept cutting in front of you, had a go at her.
Oh yeah.
And they just like basically got no concept of queuing. So I would go in, and they would just cut in front of you. Excuse me, I was here before you.
That was so prevalent when we stayed. And I don't know why. I mean, we stayed at La Pirogue. La Pirogue's a really nice hotel. I said this last week. I thoroughly, if ever you go to Mauritius, anybody goes to Mauritius, stay at La Pirogue. It's not your typical hotel. You know, like you go to a hotel and it's like a block. It's all like a block of apartments or a block of flats or whatever. But when you go to La Pirogue, you got like these little thatched individual rooms, and and the grounds in the gardens, it's really, really beautiful, and I cannot recommend La Pirogue highly enough.
So when he goes to a restaurant, he gets handed a German menu because he's ginger and pale. Oh, that's funny. Chloe, yes, we have watched Lorenzo's
I have watched some of Lorenzo. I haven't watched them all, but I have watched some of Lorenzo's videos.
Yes, they do have a turtle sanctuary in Mauritius. Well, it's a tortoise. They've got the huge tortoises, which are...
Oh, yeah, you got to go to the botanical gardens.
Yeah.
So when you go to the botanical gardens, they've got the huge... I wonder if I took a video of it and put it online. I don't know. But the turtle was huge, like hundreds of years. Well, I say hundreds of years old, but
not hundreds. But
I'm not au fait with but I know turtles live for a long time. Tortoises live for a long time. But it's huge. It was huge.
And then they got the huge water lilies.
Yeah, the lily pads.
Lily pads.
Yeah,
massive.
They're massive.
I know you're from Mauritius, Chloe. We know you're.
Chloe.
Yeah.
Chloe, of course I know. You're from Mauritius, of course.
Chloe, if you watch one of our earlier videos, we did do a taste test with donut time with Lorenzo. So he actually appeared on.
Yeah,
our
I know.
video.
She watched that video.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, because Lorenzo's my cousin.
Creole. Mark asked if you're Creole.
Yes, we speak Creole, but not Creole. Creole. Well, yeah, I suppose the English would pronounce it.
The English
Creole.
would pronounce it Creole. Well, I would pronounce it Creole. So like, almost like a pidgin French.
It's a slang French. It's like Cockney to English. That's the best way that I can describe it.
Or I think they say like it's like a patois French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, that is the best way to explain it. It's like Cockney to English. So it's not so like in French when you say something like du pain, but in Creole you say du pain. So there's slight variations on the but it's based in French language.
Yes, your nan does speak Creole.
Auntie Marilyn does speak Creole. She speaks Creole to my mum.
The one thing I really did like actually,
exactly, the commoners.
One thing I really did, I really do like Mauritian cuisine. There's something really good about Mauritian cuisine. It's almost like that fusion of...
It's a fusion of Chinese and Indian.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really good.
So when you go to, if you meet a Mauritian will always love Chinese food. I don't know any Mauritian that doesn't love Chinese food, because there's lots of Chinese settlers in Mauritius. So then they created the fusion of Indian and Chinese cuisine.
Chloe said yes. It was your nan's birthday. We know you.
Yes, I sent your mum. I sent your grandma flowers. I spoke to your grandma.
Favorite is Indian.
Indian, yeah.
Now here's one. So for people that are, what is your favorite Indian dish? What would you go for if you were to go into a restaurant or going to order from an Indian takeaway? What would you go for? I know it's different per different per region in India. I
know what I would go for.
You know what I would go for?
Yeah.
So go on, what would you go for?
Guess what I would go for?
I would say, depending on the restaurant, I would say you would go.
Not our local one where we used to order. So if I was going to go walk into any Indian restaurant, what would I order?
Oh, I would say you would go for a lamb dish.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what.
I would go for a korma.
Ah, okay.
And you would go for a biryani.
Yeah, I would.
I know you would go for a biryani.
A biryani. And you sent her a card.
I did, yes.
Yeah, so we do that, but you've got to have your poppadoms.
Yeah, I love poppadoms.
And I think my order. We'll have to do a review on an Indian.
And I love the mint yogurt. Oh, the mint raita.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I love it. Mango chutney.
You love the mango chutney, but I love the mint raita. Oh,
mango chutney, and also as well, we always go for the naan.
Peshwari naan.
Peshwari naan is our favourite. That's the one with the raisins and the coconut.
Yeah, but the one that he's not gonna like, the one that Mark's not gonna like. He's not gonna like Peshwari naan.
But also as well, love onion bhaji, jalfrezi, lamb jalfrezi, keema naan. There you are.
Yeah, keema naan. I've had keema naan before. It's nice. It's nice. Chloe says we have to download Roblox. I don't know. I think I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
What's Roblox?
Oh, you like that?
Oh, so yeah, I do. Abu Sag, yeah. It's the is that the one with
the spinach?
Is that spinach and potato, or is that the one with there's spinach and potato, and there's one with spinach and cauliflower. I think it's the spinach and there's like sagaloo.
Sagaloo, that's the one you like. Yeah, sagaloo. Garlic rice. I've not tried garlic rice.
No.
I normally we don't often get rice because whatever curry I have it with Peshwari naan.
Potatoes, that's it. Yeah, that is the one. That's delicious.
Right, yeah.
Delicious. That's really good.
I like samosas, which are very popular in Mauritius. And I normally have special rice. Special fried rice that they do.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll have the mushroom rice. Quite like the mushroom rice.
Mushroom rice is
or yellow rice. I like my yellow rice.
Actually, fact, one thing I don't know if anybody does, but one thing we never do when we do Indian takeaway is the desserts, because you don't really. Yeah. I know you got Indian ice cream, which this is okay, but they're very sweet. He doesn't like mushroom rice.
Yeah, no, he says nice like.
Nice like mushroom. Sorry, yeah, nice like mushroom rice. Sorry, I misread that one. I love the little bits of the onion on it. It's a game when you join your family from school. Okay. So Chloe said,
and you can text.
Okay. Well, all right. We'll have a look at that crappy ice cream. it's definitely an acquired taste. I don't know if it's the milk used in it or the cream, but it tastes very different.
I don't tend to have a lot of desserts or the Indian sweets because I don't really tend to like them. But to be fair, there's not many desserts that I like. Even when I go to a buffet, I'm quite choosy. Like with me, I like a crumble. So if you're going to say to me, cobbler, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, cobbler or crumble. I will always go for a crumble or cobbler, as long as the fruit is not tart and sour, because I don't like that. Being Mauritian, we don't like anything sour. And I will go for an ice cream, but the ice cream has to be good. I'm very fussy.
Pineapple fritter.
I like pineapple fritter.
I thought that was more from...
But that's Chinese. Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
You don't really get pineapple fritter in the Indian, but I do love pineapple fritter. I love...
banana fritter?
No.
I do like deep fried banana. I've got to say that is nice.
Pineapple fritter, and Chloe will like this too, is... what's the one that I buy and you eat the whole punnet? Oh,
that could be anything.
No,
I'll eat the whole punnet.
The fruit, the Russian fruit.
Oh, lychee.
Lychee.
Oh,
and Chloe will eat lychee as well.
Yeah, Chloe will like lychee. Well, what's it? Minnie says so. It might be the cream base. It could have different ingredients used to make it, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe that's why it tastes the way it is, but I could be wrong. It's just a guess. I think you're right. I think there is a degree, and it. What was I going to say? I think there is a difference in that. I don't know if it's the type of cream or it's there's a spice in it. I quite like it. It is different. It's different.
I'm not. Again, I'm quite fussy with ice cream. Chloe says she's got a dog. It's a Shar-Pei. What's the dog's name, Chloe?
You've got a new dog.
Wow. So,
Minnie, what takeaway would you go for? Would you go for Chinese, Indian, or something different? Because that'd be interesting. He's got a dog called Nasha. What, as in the Beano? Like Dennis the Menace's Nasha. What type of dog?
What type of dog have you got, Mark?
He's what? A Cairn. What's a Cairn? Or is it Khan?
Is that one of those like whiskey dogs?
Do you know what? I'm not really up on dogs. I don't really know the breeds.
I want to say it's one of those ones that look like an old man, like with all the whiskey, with all the sort of.
Oh, he collects Beano and Dandy. I thought so. I knew you would, because that's Dennis's dog.
I think he's the one. My dog's name is Nala. Oh,
Mark said
Wizard of Oz. Oh, the little one, Toto.
Toto.
Yeah.
Right. Is that Scotch Terrier? No, it's like no, it's not Scotch. It is like a Scotch. I keep thinking
it is similar
to a Scotch
but
Terrier.
but it's not.
No, not the same.
Yeah.
There's little ones you can pick up.
Yeah. The little ones that you just carry in your basket.
Like Paris Hilton.
Yeah. I want a dog, but Mark won't let me get one.
No, I don't want a dog. My dog's breed is just Sharpie.
That's Chloe.
Got 72 Monopoly, which I collect as well. Oh, you've got 72 Monopoly sets. Wow.
That's mad.
Wow. Have I understood that correctly?
Yeah. 72 Monopoly, which I collect as well.
Do you know what? There was a guy I used to work with, different places and themes. Yeah, of course, that makes sense. There was a guy I used to work with. He had a edition of the Wizard of Oz Monopoly set. And he told me it was worth a lot of money. It was very, very rare.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is. I'm not an expert on it, but he said it was an original Wizard of Oz set. Got 3 Star Wars ones. Awesome. Awesome. Do you know what? I was going to buy it actually for the PlayStation Monopoly. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, you were saying. But I said I wanted an actual board.
You wanted the board,
yeah, I don't really want. I'm not really up on all the Monopoly and stuff like that. I'm not thingy minded like that. Yeah. So I think it's quite difficult. I used to play it when I was younger, but
Chloe's got to go. Love you too, Chloe. Take care.
Bye. Love you, Chloe. Say bye to your sister as well, and say hey to your mum. Bye, Chloe.
Wow. That's a lot of stuff. So have you got a favourite one, or is I suppose it's too difficult to say with that many sets?
Well, with 72 sets, I imagine you've got several favourites.
One of the things we found actually in Vegas, going back to Vegas just like that is relevant, is they've got a huge gambling one for Monopoly.
A Havanese? What is a Havanese?
My name is Coco, and she's Havanese. They come from Cuba, and that's where they originate from. Their small dogs.
Oh, Chloe's back. Well, that was a quick trip, Chloe.
Do your Google. Show what a Havanese is. I've never seen a Havanese.
No.
I've got every dandy and Beano.
Oh, Mark says bye, Chloe. But apparently she's back.
I've got every dandy and Beano annual and got a Dennis the Menace tattoo. All right.
Wow.
They're worth a lot, actually. The original ones are worth a lot of money.
Yeah, do you know what? About 2 years ago, I wanted to get some Mad magazines, and the year before, they had just stopped producing them. I was so mad.
So this, Minnie was saying they used a lot in dog shows. Havanese. It's one of those things. You say the name, and I think I'll have to see it if I can relate to it.
How do you spell it?
H-A.
Oh, there it is. Got it.
Yeah, Havanese. Oh, yeah. They look like a Shih Tzu.
They look. My bestie, she wants a dog similar to this, and she wants to call it Oscar
because their hair goes really long. I can see.
Yeah. And
beauty aspect of their shoulder.
Very soft double coat. Wow.
Is it one you can just like easy to pick up and just stroke?
Small one. Ah.
Small little.
Ah. I imagine the head to get everywhere though. I want one that doesn't shed everywhere.
Oh, no. Kelly wants one like a teacup Pomeranian or something like that. This tiny little thing. Yeah, there you are. I was going to say with the it's one of those things actually with the dogs, because there's so many different types of breed. My favourite is middle or Bash Street Audition. Bash Street Kids. Is that with the Bash Street Kids? I remember the Bash Street Kids. I used to read the Beano years ago.
Chloe's asking me who. Evelyn is my best friend. You've met Evelyn before,
yeah,
I'm sure.
Evelyn. You've definitely met Evelyn. Yeah, Bash Street Kids. Yeah, that's right. Oh God, was it Plug? I remember all the. Oh God, it was a long time ago to read it. I had loads of them. Years ago, I used to get Judge Dredd annuals, but I haven't bought them for years. I used to collect those as well. And I've had a few of the Batman ones as well, but not for a while. Yes, their hair is so soft, and no, they don't shed as they have hair, not fur, and they are hyperallergenic, which means if you're allergic to dogs, you can be around them because it's like hair, like the hair we have. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know dogs. I just thought it was just fur.
Yeah, Plug is skinny. Yeah, that's right. Who's that? You know, Chloe. You know Evelyn. You've seen Evelyn.
Ask your mum. She knows Evelyn.
And no fur, so people allergic can be around them. There you are.
Mm.
So does that mean? Oh, this is gonna be a stupid question, but do you have to use a different type of dog shampoo to wash them because it's a different type of hair?
And I assume then you would have to keep the hair not too short, but relatively short because it can get matted.
Well, yeah, you have to comb it all the time.
Yeah, you have to brush the dogs.
One of my old flatmates years ago used to have a dog, and I used to have to pick it up, put it in the bath, and shower it, and all these fleas would just come out of me. That's what was always put me off.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, this would we'd always get fleas.
Do you know what? I did have a look at that Friends Monopoly.
Oh, there's a there's a Back to the Future Monopoly, and that was one I was looking at as well.
Which one?
Back to the Future Monopoly.
Oh, right.
There was a Back to the Future Monopoly. We saw it. We went to Comic-Con one year, and they were selling it. I'd never heard of it before.
Yeah.
Let Kelly have a dog. You have to walk it, Chloe. Kelly will just leave it, and I'll end up having to take care of it.
Listen, but I want a small one, so by the time I throw something in the garden and it comes back, he will have done his walking, isn't it?
No.
Listen, I just want two small dogs.
If you take them to the groomers, they use the same shampoo, but dog safe, of course. So you treat the hair the same way you can treat a dog hair that has fur. Yeah, that makes sense. I was going to say you wouldn't use like head and shoulders. No,
but because I've seen some people where they get in the shower with the dog and they clean the dog in the shower.
A toy-sized dog. Oh no! Everyone's ganging up on me now.
Because do you know what it is? I just feel like I don't want the dogs to be lonely.
One small dog attacked your dog.
Oh no!
Oh no!
But your dog is a big dog, right? Because Shar-Peis can get quite big, I think.
We'll probably end up getting a Great Dane.
No. Well, you're bigger. You'd be taller than me. I'm only 4'11". Them dogs get to like 6 foot when they clock. You'd be as tall as you.
Oh dear, no, not Great Dane.
My God, with all the clutter in the house, I don't think we can have a Great Dane.
In fact, do you know what? Actually, when I did stay with my flatmate that time with the dog, this is years and years and years ago, we were the only house on the street that hadn't been burgled because of the dog.
Yeah, he had a big dog.
Oh, it's only a 2-month-old dog. So Chloe's dog is only 2 months. So yeah, that makes sense. I didn't realise you had a dog.
I did see your mum say something about a Shar-Pei. I'm sure she said something about Shar-Pei on Facebook.
Do you rub cream into the wrinkles? It's like a real, those dogs with the sort of face.
Yeah,
like that.
They look like old men. Them dogs. I do like them dogs, but I think they get very big. They're too big for me.
Oh, I don't know what it is with these type of dogs. No. I think it's for me. Don't get wrong. I'm not anti-dog.
No, I know you're not
anti-dog.
But I think we think about holidays, and I think we think about, who would look up. But at the moment, like, during the lockdown, I was very tempted to get one because we've been at home all the time. But then I have to think about, if I end up going back to work, or if you end up going back into the office, who would be with the dog? That's why I was thinking if I did get a dog, I'd like to get 2 so that they can keep each other company. But then you're out of the house the whole day, and I don't know.
And I look at this, my friend Millie, she's got a dog, and I go and see her place, and it's just like the dog's torn the carpet to shreds. I think, I go mad.
Listen, 2 little dogs aren't going to tear up no carpet.
No. And then like all her furniture's torn a bit. Oh no.
I'll take a look on Insta. I don't go on Insta that much, Chloe, but I'll take a look and have a look at the pictures.
I haven't got to the subject of dogs.
I think because Chloe brought it up.
Well, actually, as well, I didn't realise you guys had so many dogs. Everyone's got a
dog. Do you know what? But I think a lot more people have got dogs during this lockdown because they've been able to be home.
Yeah, and actual fact, they are for your psychological well-being, they say dogs
Yeah.
are very good for your
And
psychological
I think dogs have helped a lot of people through this tough time. I really do.
I would love to get a Labrador or a Golden Retriever. Yeah, but my dad is set on getting 2 labs at the same time. He would like to get a yellow and a black one day. My aunt had a chocolate Labrador, a really nice dog, such a nice dog. My dog at 16, he's not well at the moment. I dream the day we.
My cousin, she had a boxer, but it was the runt of the litter, and you know, he was tiny. And I remember when he was getting, you know, obviously years later, and he was getting old as well, and she was so sad. She was so sad, and that's what happens, isn't it, as they get older?
Yeah, your uncle had a chocolate Labrador. Yeah, my aunt. And do you know, I don't know why. I read somewhere actually that chocolate Labradors are more valuable.
Are they?
Well, because they're more sought after, not because they're better, but they're
maybe. Why is there not that many of them?
I think it's just.
Oh, you're starting to have seizures. Oh. What did
Chloe? I don't know what you're saying.
Chloe said her dog is brown.
Oh. No, the last bit Chloe said, I don't know what. My dog is.
Oh, Chloe.
Like Star Wars language.
Yeah. But yeah, I do like dogs. We had in the office where I used to work, they had a dog day, and all these dogs came into the office, and they were so cute. They were so cute. There's this really big one, and you don't see them often. I can't remember what the dog was called, but they're massive dogs, but they're so gentle. They love food though. Well, all dogs love food. But this one's so gentle, and they put some treats out, but he kept eating all the treats and sort of pushing all the dogs out the way. But he's just such a gentle dog. I can't remember what it was called. Looks like a big husky, but not a husky dog. Because the tail's I can't remember.
That's what your nephew used to say. Because you should get a husky, because when you say mush, they run. Oh no, I thought it was another comment.
Yeah.
Wow, we've been going.
Oh my god.
For 2.25 hours.
That's mad. You see, that's what happens when we chat to you lot.
Oh, you are going now.
Oh,
you're scared of huskies. Might say you're scared of huskies. I know they look. Do you know what? The ones with the blue eyes look really, really cute. Those ones.
Oh, really I like the huskies. Bye, Chloe. I'm assuming you're going to bed now. Oh, she's back. Chloe, you're coming and going. You're coming and going.
Like a door. A revolving door. Multicolored eyes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Well, yeah. But I wanted a big dog when I was younger, but now I would like just 2 little ones rather than a big one.
It's just funny because years ago I used to help my uncle on his farm, because I'm originally from the West Country, and he had a border collie like most farm dogs. So he'd be driving in his van, and I'd be sitting one side, he'd obviously be driving, and there's this little gap in the middle, and the dog would sit in the middle. So you imagine you're me, and you've got this dog going, and
pretty much the same as now.
Oh, and I was just sitting there. It just every so often the dog would just sneeze. You're going to bed at 12 o'clock.
What, Chloe?
Oh, I think me.
It's your bedtime now. It's your bedtime. You and Sienna. It's your bedtime now.
Yeah, you've been told to go on to bed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Minnie said, I heard that huskies are one of the most dramatic dogs. I've also watched
Widens of husky.
And they were meant to make you laugh. So I can't tell for sure, but I have heard that the huskies are dramatic.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Mark had a border collie.
Yeah, they are very intelligent dogs. They really are. A friend of mine, well, I say friend, we did a course together, but we used to be a lot on Facebook, and he had a border collie, and the border collie was so clever. He was always teaching it new things and everything else.
Well, that's why they're farm dogs, because they're the most intelligent dog.
Oh, how old is Chloe? I think Chloe and Sienna now are 9. Is that right, Chloe? How old are you now? sorry, videos. So she meant videos,
Oh,
not
rather than widens.
widens.
Yeah, I've also watched videos of huskies.
Need walking for hours. Not walking for hours.
No, Chloe doesn't want to reveal her age. Fair enough. Not widens. Autocorrect. I know. I hate autocorrect. There's a really good actual fact. There's a website that does all the funny autocorrects, and of people have put on their on text to various people.
Oh yeah. There's a thing. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Oh right. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
So, I think on that note, 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's been a really, really good chat with you guys. Really enjoyed that. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been. Do you know what? I think I really enjoy these sort of like chats that we have, and we can get together and just chit chat really. And I do really like catching up with everyone, and I really like our little conversations and stuff. So I do sort of like do a little discussion thing. If you go on our page, there's a little discussion thing. So if you ever want to catch up, you can just sort of like send us messages and stuff.
Yeah, please do. And like I say, Mark, please drop us a line if you want some more details on the.
I'll send you what I found and everything.
Minnie as well, if you want us a little bit more help on the editing bits, drop us a line. Anybody else who wants to drop us a line and ask us some questions, please do. We always love talking to you.
And Chloe, you can contact me on the phone.
Yes, you're allowed as well. So first time we've done that. So as we began the video 2 hours ago, we jammed out. Well, I did most of it.
Well, I'll tell you what, if this tub had been open, he would have been eating that like this, mindlessly.
Get my little fix. Yeah, I would do. I've got a really bad habit of unconscious eating. But I will chow down some more of that as well.
Oh God, we haven't even had dinner yet.
No, that is my dinner.
Yeah, the rest of the cakes.
No, we really enjoyed that. As always, like I said, we do our lives every Friday at 6.
Yep, please catch up with us every Friday at 6. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe.
We always love having you there. And like I said, we love you to guide our chats. You're going to watch EastEnders?
My mum's going to be watching EastEnders.
We'll have to time our lives, actually, so we don't take up into
too much people's time. Yeah.
Exactly. So we will be doing those. But like I said, we'll do our regular slot every Friday, 6 o'clock. We're hoping to expand our lives at some point.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to...
You're a makeup artist.
Please stay. I can't, Chloe. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta go. You know what? It's past my bedtime, Chloe. I gotta go to sleep.
That's right. We enjoy chatting as well.
Yeah.
We'll probably carry on.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, we really enjoy chatting as well.
We do.
It's really good to catch up with you guys as well.
Yeah.
And also we like to stay a long period. So if you want, you can just come in and out when you want to have a little chat. Come back an hour later.
We'll still be here. Yeah.
We'll still go. But I think that's what we should introduce more. Actually, if we do the eating as well. You guys don't mind us eating while we're chatting. Don't want to go to bed now too early. So if you're a makeup artist, Chloe, what's your favorite style to make up?
Yeah. What type of style of makeup artist do you want to be? When we started these lives, I didn't know how they were going to be. Really, and it was sort of like a new thing for us. And I think we did our first one, and then we did another one, and then we didn't do one for a little while, and then I said, no, we're going to commit, and we're going to do one every Friday at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we do, and you really enjoy it.
Yeah, I really enjoy it, actually. Do you know, I love meeting you guys, or chatting to you guys as well. I really enjoy it, because when we first did them, I think the first couple as well, we were just chatting. But like I said, it was it's so much better because we do the interaction. We'd love to we do chat. We really
I think sometimes, like when we meet people, sort of in general, Mark's a lot more friendlier than I am. He's a lot more.
I wouldn't say that you're a friend.
I think I am, but I think that you're more like you'll talk a lot more. I think. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll join in conversations and stuff like that. I'm more sort of, I suppose, the welcoming sort of person, but you're very engaging, I think, and you do talk. I love talking, as you can see. But yeah, and Chloe, I like the natural look too, all day long. I always prefer the natural look rather than heavy, lots of makeup and things like that.
Oh, me want to do special effects makeup for movies and show one day.
Wow.
I think it's called for, or even like Halloween haunted houses. It seems cool just to give it a try.
Yeah.
Right now, Mark says I'll take a glass eye and sleep. Right, Minnie, I'll tell you something which was just really interesting actually. When we went to Comic-Con, one of the stalls there was selling horror makeup. So, and also they were doing lessons on prosthetics, and they were also had Forbidden Planet. There's one in London. There's a few.
Yeah,
the shop.
I don't know where you're based, Minnie.
Yeah, but they do sort of prosthetics things as well. But they show you how to do cuts, scars, sort of horror makeup. That
Chloe, you're so lovely, but you equally, you and your sister are so pretty. I dread what your mum's going to say when you start bringing boys home.
I think I need a lot of makeup, Chloe. I think a lot, a lot. What was I going to say? But yeah, the if you're into the prosthetics, and when we went to Florida as well, wasn't it, in one of the parks? They did one of the shows was about.
Yeah, the one it's in the Minnie. You've been? Am I right in saying you've been to Florida before, Minnie? And they do. I think it's called the Horror Show.
Yeah, in Universal Studios.
Yeah, and thanks.
No, you're back again.
And I think that if you are, I mean, how have you gone? Is that what you want to do for a living? Is that sort of the sort of line that you want to follow? I always think that, you know, doing makeup is always very interesting.
Oh, Mark's off. Thank you so much, Mark. Take care. Enjoy EastEnders.
I was about to say enjoy EastEnders. We'll see you next week, hopefully.
The Halloween Horror Nights. I went the week it started. Oh, right. Yeah, that's. Do you know what Halloween Horror Nights?
We didn't go because I did say to Mark, "Shall we go?" And he wanted to do the Halloween Horror Nights, and I wanted to do the Disney Horror Nights. But because we hadn't planned on that, we didn't end up going to either, did we? No, we should have done. But the next time we are going to go, I think.
So, Kelly and Mark, what is your routine? Do you mean what in filming? So every Friday at 6 o'clock we do our.
Do you mean what is routine as in facial routine?
Or are you talking about our filming? So, Minnie, going back to what you're saying, one of the things I always find is, well, when you buy like a movie, you'll get the making of like the DVD, and one of the best ones I watched was actually for Alien, the one with Ridley Scott, the first one. And he actually talked about how he did all the special effects. He had quite a low budget for that movie for the time. And he showed how he did all the special effects. So, for example, the alien egg, he just went to, what's the meat market in London?
Well, Smithfield.
Yeah, Smithfield's. And he got like loads of cow guts and stuff like that and put it in there to do the effects.
No, not in facial, like everyday life. What is my routine?
Well, mine's easy.
I don't really have a routine at the moment.
Yeah, somebody's living the dream. But me, I get up at 7 o'clock. I have my shower. I then go to work. Well, I'm working from home at the moment. I work till about 6, maybe 6, half 6, 7 o'clock. If we're doing this, though, I'll finish just in time for the live stream.
Yeah. And I get up and I have a little lie-in. Sort of, I'll drink Mark makes me a cup of tea every day, every morning. And I will sit down and I will enjoy my cup of tea. And then I plan, like, am I going to do a video today? Do I have a video to edit? What am I going to do? That's sort of my routine, unless I'm going to go out with Alicia or go out with my mum to do something.
So changing it slightly, Minnie said you didn't get tickets for it because instead I got the tickets for an extra day at Universal Studios for a park hopping ticket. So I could go to the Hogwarts Express, which is a great ride. That takes you to the one park.
Yeah, that's right. So it takes
you
from one to the other.
So me and the family didn't manage to go to the Halloween Horror Nights. Do you know what? We wanted to go and we got chatted to a guy in one of the hotels and he said although it's $70, well, it was $70
$72, yeah.
At the time, he said it's so worth it, and I
Yeah.
do regret that. If we go back, which we must do,
Yeah, we will.
We
definitely
will definitely do the horror. I'm just going to pay for it and do it.
Yeah. And I want to go to the after hours Disney one as well. So I want to do the Disney and the Universal. But if I had a choice of buying an extra ticket for an extra day, Minnie, that's what I would have done. I would have bought an extra day's ticket. I've got to be honest.
I don't know if it's going to be on this year, but there used to be one in Sheffield. There's a horror. Do you remember? We were chatting to one guy in Comic-Con, and he said there's a horror nights thing in.
Oh,
one in Sheffield.
There's like a horror con.
Yeah.
Like, which is similar to Comic-Con, but for horror movies. They do that every year. Yeah, a friend of mine goes to that, actually.
Yeah, the horror. Yeah, well, so you might be interested in that. Yeah, exactly. Same with the Disney. Well, hopefully one year we might see you there.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you there.
And we're definitely going to do, the next time when we go, we're definitely going to film. Minnie, I would definitely love to know about your videos, and I hope you do start your channel.
Please
I know you're going to email me, so we'll have a little convo and everything, but I really hope you do start your channel.
Yeah, do start, and just do, because I think itself as well. Once you start it, it'll get the rollerball doing.
Yeah,
we'll be subscribing to you.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. 100%. I'll be subscribing to your channel.
Right, this is Chloe's routine. So you wake up, you have breakfast in bed with the dog. So does the dog sleep in the bed as well? And then then you have your shower. Write in your diary what you're going to do, and then go for a walk by yourself in your me time. Do you know what that's?
Your me time, Chloe. Since when?
Well, do you know what that's good?
Since when?
That's good because that's really nice to have your me time. It really sets you up for the day. Do you know what? That's one thing I want to do, Chloe. Is in the morning. I get up, I go straight to work, and I'd love to be able to just have 5 minutes just walking down to have your me time. Think about what you want to do for the day. Really focus. I think that's a really good idea.
Do you know what I'm impressed with? You write in your diary, and it's something that I wish that I had done when I was younger, is write in my diary. And that's such a good thing and such a good routine to be in, Chloe.
Well done. That's really good. And it also sets you up for the day as well. Do that. I think you'll have a nice, calm, relaxed.
Yeah. Calm, relaxed.
Which is what you should be.
Yeah, definitely.
So on that note, my friends, we will say adios. I hope you enjoyed this live chat today.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, I'm quite tired.
I hope you like the live cake review. Minnie said for sure, I'm working on starting a chat. We'll have a great weekend. You can't wait for next week's chat. Oh yeah. Aww. And also once again, happy birthday. Thank you so much, Minnie. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would subscribe.
Yeah, 100% we'd subscribe.
You'd have to say something about becoming good for your health. Yeah, it's very good for your health. Well, thank you so much for the chat. No, loved it as well. And thank you so much. Please be in touch. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. Look after yourselves. Have fun. And above all, be safe.
Yes. And Chloe, you can phone me anytime you want. Just you can speak to your mummy.
Okay. Take care. Love and hearts to you too.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.